bring that up higher. All right, let me properties. Hold on, show you something. Windows Firefox. Let me show you something, right? Now, I don't know how it comes across to you guys on the screen. Let me get to some actual gameplay. Is this in 4K? Where am I playing this at? So like, this looks bananas. Now, mind you, this video here has been compressed, X, Y, and Z. If we get this level of detail for next generation, that's why I say I'm not really sold on 60 frames. You know what I mean? Because, and you know, people talk. We're gonna talk about these specs in 1 second. People talking about Navi this or Navi that. These consoles, they're still gonna have a, how you say, more or less a anemic CPU or whatever the case may be. They are. It is what it is. Like, I know you probably can't. This probably doesn't ring through. I'm looking at the screen now. No way compares to what I'm seeing on my screen. And again, this is coming from another video. You know what I mean? But if I get this, how you say, this level of visual fidelity on for next generation, I'm more than happy. More than happy. You know what I mean? That's why I think next generation things will be native 4K, 4K 30 or whatever. Maybe at mid settings, or you know what I mean. I won't even say ultra. Shooters should still be 60. Shooters should still be 4K 60. But action, games, Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, nah, those things ain't gonna be 60. Nah, they're not. Not at 4K. Ain't no way in hell. Not for next. And we talking about again a $500 console. You know what I mean? Or you couldn't see this before. You know what I mean? Ain't no way in hell. You know what I mean? So that's why, like I said, I don't, hold any, as far as the whole, everything being 4K native 60, nah, that ain't happening. Hold on 1 second. Who's I got coming in here? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me, yeah. So anyway, like I said, that's as far as that. Now, as far as me, like I said, my rig that I have was probably more capable than this generation, and next generation, probably the one to come. But again, it's a console, right? Everybody's not going to spend a couple $1,000s on a gaming rig. I just like, again, the simplicity of consoles. You know what I mean? That's just, he say, my thing. My man Chris going on Twitch TV. Shout out for the follow. Appreciate it, good brother. So anyway, yesterday I got slid some specs, right? For the quote-unquote leaked PlayStation 5 dev kits. Now, it's a no-brainer that both Microsoft and Sony are releasing their next-generation consoles next year. Holiday season 2020. If you've been rocking out with me on this platform for a minute, I've been saying this for the last 2 years that we're going to get next-generation consoles in 2020. You know what I mean? Common sense, believe it or not. So here's the thing, right? And I think where it comes, where people think they're happy with what they have because of the Pro and because of the X, what you guys don't understand is this, that for those that feel that way or may feel slighted about too much hardware, this generation started in 2005. I'm sorry, 2013. It's now 2019. Traditionally, a normal console life cycle was only 4 to 5 years. Always been that way. But what happened with last generation, with the PS3 and the 360, because both Microsoft and Sony lost so much money, and AP the shooter was good, baby. Lost so much money with that. Microsoft lost money, which is quote unquote the red ring of death. Sony lost so much money on the Blu-ray and the cell process, and then what you had the successful launch of the Kinect, which again extended the console generation. Normally and traditionally, this is how it goes. I mean, how it used to be. This would never happen again. When consoles came out, whether it was the 360, the PS3, or whatever, they were ahead of PCs. Fact. You can find a PC on the market that can match a console. This is going back, right? It's how it used to be, right? But that 8 and 9 year console life cycle that happened the previous generation was very unhealthy as far as technology wise. Like they really had, like people. And this is what starts the gripe between PC and console guys, because consoles, whether you like it or not, hold PCs back. You know what I mean? They do. Now everybody's talking about ray tracing and RTXs, then that's the new wave, right? You know what I mean? Next generation console will have some, he said, invitations to that. It won't be as good as PCs, but here's the thing: developers have to make games to run on consoles and PC. You know what I mean? So they are held back to that aspect. That's where the whole grip, the rift comes in, right? But again, that 8 and 9 year console cycle that happened last year, the 360 came out in 2005. The PS3 came out in 2006. We didn't get new consoles in 2013. That has never happened. Then on top of that, check this out. Then on top of that, when the generation started in 2013, right? You had what you call this cross-gen development. That has never happened before. When the Nintendo 64 came out, that was it for the Super Nintendo. When the Sega Saturn came out, that was it for the Genesis. Look at the games that came out this generation. Whether it was Tomb Raider, whether it was Destiny, whether it was Forza Horizon 2, whether it was Little Big Planet Play, whether it was whatever the case, you can buy that game, Call of in 2K, Madden, all those on older hardware, and the same thing is going to happen next generation, right? You know, next generation. That's what also I'm a little worried when Microsoft is saying no console left behind, or no one left behind, you know what I mean? And as far as Sony, for that we know this part, like I said, they want to sell you on the PlayStation 5, you know what I mean? So if you want to play the next iteration of Spider-Man, Gears of War, or The Last of Us 2, you're going to have to buy a PlayStation 5. Microsoft, not so much. You better play, and I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's kind of fucked up. You're going to have to buy, you don't have to buy, quote-unquote, a next-generation console. Why? Because first, it's first party. You don't have to worry about it. But even like as far as the multiplex, sometimes engines change, which they are going to change next generation. We're going to probably go from Unreal Engine 4 to maybe Unreal Engine 5, right? And third party is not going to want to squeeze it down and put that game on older hardware. But what's going to happen is you have services like, quote-unquote, Microsoft with their xCloud, where you can log into your Xbox One S or whatever, or how you say Xbox SAD, and have access to your digital library on any device, right? So you have them with that. That's why I said those doesn't matter. Because again, I did a show maybe a month ago where I showed, you guys can go back to the show, I may link it, with some Microsoft execs, not to be too messy, was talking about them having the more powerful console next generation. And what's they're going to have. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And it's really probably not going to matter too much because, again, I'd still say this, that Sony's exclusives will look better graphically. Why? Because all Sony has to do is worry about their exclusives working from the ground up on PlayStation 5 hardware. Whereas Microsoft, again, they got PC, Xbox One X, Xbox One S, whatever the Xbox next iteration of the X is going to be. You have all these different SKUs where here's, you know, Sony that is worrying about the PlayStation 5. My man, I can't even pronounce your name, but shout out to you, good brother. Cooper said, what the fuck, PlayStation 5 will kill it next generation with a God of War 2. They are. I mean, listen, give me some. He said lower the settings. That's not, bro. I can't do that. That's up to Twitch. You know what I mean? Well, I can say for those having an issue watching it, put it on auto or just put it on audio. I sometimes Twitch gives me the option to have several resolutions. I'm looking right here now myself. That's not on me, bro. I just put it on auto and it should work for you. You know what I mean? Or put it on the voice on put the voice on. I mean, just put as you can hear my audio. You know what I mean? That's not me. But yeah, they're gonna. Maryland, what's going on? He said they're gonna kill it with the next one with the Gears of War 2 one. And yep, they are. You know what I mean? They're gonna kill it. I can imagine what the next generation of God of War is gonna look like. But anyway, I'm gonna bring up some of these specs here. We're gonna talk about it here. I don't know what the hell happened to Noah. I don't know. Is he still in here? Oh, Post got his mic muted. Post in here too. Let me bring up. I'll put him on screen here. Give me 1 second. We're gonna go over these specs. Hold up. Let me see. Add picture. Add image. So you guys can see him as I see him. Image. Image. Add new source. Oh shit. Close that wrong shit. Hold on 1 second. Remove. I do it like this. Make that small. Bring it up on Twitter rather. I ain't gotta share my screen. Bring it up on Twitter. I gotta log in and all that shit. Oh no, fuck this. Go back to where I was at here. Make that big. Hold up. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I got you right now. Watch this right here. I'm gonna bring up the actually what I have. Twitch. Here we go. Twitter. Yeah, we can go over the specs here. Let me see. Photo.
What's good?
What's going on, son? Let me see. Hold up. Let me see something. We're going on, like I said, I got slid some what do you call it? Some leaked quote unquote PS5 dev kick specs. What's going on with this right here? What's going on with you, brother? Actually, let me bring this up right here and talk about pricing. All right, here we go. Right click, copy. All right, copy. There we go. Make this small. Paste.
Have you actually got our images?
Yeah, I'm about to share them on the screen now. Somebody's surveying.
Who else? Noah.
I don't know what's up with them dudes, man.
Is Noah there, or is he in there?
He was. Oh, the hell happened to him? Let me see. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. It's not letting me. Let me see. Right click. Fuck it. I didn't want to take the picture. Save image. Hold on, picture. Hold on. I'm gonna have to put the picture up there. Let me see YouTube. Let me see something. All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to put. I didn't want to put the actual picture up there, but hold on. Picture. Media source. Image, scene. Here we go.
Z, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Yeah, that's all right then. Yeah, because I just logged on to Twitch as well, so.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, brother. Hold on. Picture. Here we go. Pictures. YouTube. There you go. Here we go. Let me see. There we go. Where are you? Where are you? This is it right here. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I want to actually show you the things, but hold up, how the hell? I want to show you as I see it in real time.
So did you just get this today morning, Z?
Huh? No, yeah.
Did you
I got it yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to
talk about it? Yeah.
Yeah, I got him yesterday. Hold on. Do me a favor, AP the shooter, just put something in the chat. Could you read it for me, please?
AP the shooter saying, "What's good, you big homie? Lower your settings, bro. We can't do it on our end. I'm working on the card in the driveway, and I only can listen to the audio. Need to be able to talk my shit in the chat and on the."
All my settings as far as what? Like as far as the video, that's not up to me, brother. That's up to Twitch. I'm saying put it on auto. That's not. I don't control that, man. Sometimes it gives me the option to lower it, but that's not me. They don't. That's not me. They don't.
Yeah, AP, if you're on your phone, just go on settings. I know the only thing it says is auto. That's the best option. Or, well, you want to put your chats. That's the thing, isn't it? So, auto is the best option for you.
Here we go. I got it now. Here we go. All right, here we go. Yeah, guys can see it just like I can see it. All right. All right, now I'm back to the chat. Now you can see it as I see it. Okay, now all right, now we load check in for whatever
Yeah,
reason I'm gonna come up with first.
you can see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. It said the source of the link, forum post, whatever the case may be. You can use the chat audio only. I'm on it right now. It says here the CPU. Hold on, somebody just hit me on Facebook. Who the hell is this? All right, here we go. All right, I got it. Hold on. All right. All right, here we go.
Let's take a look at this.
Hold on one sec. All right. All right, here we go. So anyway, here we go. This is what we got. We got. All right, CPU 8 core, 16 threads at 3.2 gigahertz. I'm gonna say about this right here. That the dev kits are more powerful than
Your base console. What's that, Z? You still there?
Yeah. Hold on, my man Floyd said D. I just said D just now. D said he had a trade show. He talking to a Samsung rep. You said where's D at when you need him? His line odds for the breakdown, even if it was powerful, they would still win next generation regardless. We're gonna talk about that, okay? So anyway, so the source link report, he said 8 CPU, 8 core, 16 threads at 3.2 gigahertz. It's kind of powerful. Zen 2, fully Navi-based GPU with some AMD next generation architecture features at 12.6 teraflops to 14.2 teraflops. Let me stop right here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the GTX graphics card, and I know they're using what you call AMD, right? But I like to go by I don't know. I know APU. I'm sorry. I know AMD's and NVIDIA's GPUs or T flops are different for whatever reason, but they are. But I'm just going by what I know. Like I said, in far as NVIDIA's teraflop performance. What this is saying right here, and I'm a little questionable. This is I understand this is a dev kit, and dev kits are more powerful. Hold on, so my man said the Xbox all over remote play on the PS4, but forgets it's all about streaming your game internally in your local Wi-Fi network, not online network. You're absolutely right. We're gonna touch on that too. So a dev kit, like I said today, is more powerful than the actual retail unit, and it has more RAM, especially more RAM. So it leaves them leeway to scale shit back, work out errors, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not the one. It was not the same with the One X dev kit. I believe it had 24 gig of RAM as well.
Yeah, for sure. So like I said, we're gonna take this, like I said, with a grain of salt, and we are talking about a fine out of the goddamn console. So they're saying 12.6 T flops to 14 T flop. GPU clock still undecided. Memory bus, Jesus Christ, 24 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes of GDDR6. Now again, this is a dev kit, not final retail unit. You're not gonna get no goddamn console with no 24 gigabytes of DDR6. It's not going to happen. If I'm not mistaken, the Xbox One X has 12 gigabytes of GDDR5. At a minimum, check this out. We're gonna do it like this. At a minimum, right now, the Xbox One is 6.1 T. We're gonna say 60 flops. At a minimum, I will expect the Xbox, what do you want to call it? Xbox 2 or Xbox Infinity to be at a minimum 10 T flops. $500. I mean, you know what I mean? I do understand what a dev kit is, you jackass, you know what I mean? But again, so I don't expect this, and like I said, in a retail unit or nowhere near. So if they're saying the dev kit is 12.6 T flops to 14, I'm going to, again, maybe the final version or retail version of the PlayStation 5 will be 10 T flops. You know what I mean?
Maximum does. What we've been predicting is it's going to be between 8 and 10, I reckon. If this is dev kit specs, then you can see it being around about 9 to 10 T flops.
What y'all going on about, man?
Oh, hold on.
What's going on, Post?
Bring up. Hold on. Nah, my man. Nah, AP the shooter. Nah, he said he in the chat arguing. He said if you talking about me, this is an Xmas Max. Shouldn't have a problem, right? It's Twitch because it don't do this shit all the time. Yes, bro, it's not me. It's Twitch. It doesn't give me the option. Sometimes it gives me the option to lower the settings down to 720p, but well, it gives you guys the options. You know what I mean? But me, like I said, if you are having a problem, if it's choppy, just put it on auto, or just put it on, or if you're on your phone, just put it on
Audio.
audio, and you can still hear the show. It is what it is. Post, you there, good brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, you see the specs that I sent you.
Yeah, 24 gigabytes is 20 gigabytes of GDR6. That means they haven't yet chosen between the system having at least 10 gigabytes of GDR6 or 20 or 12 gigabytes GDR6, and it looks like that will be dedicated to games because that 4 gigabytes of DDR4 is reserved for OS. So they saying that at least 10 gigabytes or 12 gigabytes will be allocated to basically gaming. It's different from the way the X is set up because the X has 12 gigabytes, and of that 12, 3 is allocated to the OS, and then 9 is allocated for gaming. And in terms of the GPU, um, I think those figures are in line with what the in terms of what I'm hearing about Anaconda, because they saying Lockhart is going to be way more powerful than the X, and we already know the X is 6 teraflops. So Lockhart is going to be at least 7, 8, maybe 9 to 10 teraflops by itself. And that means that the Anaconda, which is going to be the premium system, has to be at least at 11, 12, 13, 14 teraflop GPU. You got to understand the technology is getting a lot more advanced. These CPUs are a lot more smaller. They're more power efficient and things like that. So you can get a lot more bang for your buck and get a lot more out of them. I think
So
these next
Post.
gen systems going to be a good leap than what we had previous.
Yeah, I agree. But Post, like we saying now about Lockhart, if it's gonna be more powerful than the X, what would he price that at then?
I
You
don't
gotta think.
know.
Do you know the X is still like what 400, 350, 400,
Yeah, but when you
and
when I think
if it's gonna be
I think a lot of times when people pricing or giving the value of a system that's about to come out, they more so thinking comparing prices to off the shelf computer parts, and you can't do that because their price different, being that these companies are buying them in bulk. They getting them at
yeah.
manufacturer price, which is a lot less than what you would pay in the store. And then the technology and the fact that it's you what we're dealing with 7 nanometer. So
Yeah, that's gonna be the next
what's
step.
how would a 4 teraflop Navi based GPU compared to say a 6 teraflop um, GPU that's an X? I would assume the 4 teraflop GPU from the Navi will outperform the 6 teraflop GPU
Yeah,
from the
if it
X
if
because it's
what
new, more smaller, a newer technology. You know what I'm
more
saying?
efficient, yeah.
Yeah,
But
more
what
efficient.
we've been hearing is that it's gonna be what the latest we heard anyway from the specs we sent, which is rumor, is it's gonna be 4 plus. So if it's in the high fours or maybe 5,
Mhm.
then I can see it beating out the X in like all departments if it comes to graphics and CPU. We know the frames is gonna beat it all day long.
Yeah.
It's just on the resolution and graphics.
Oh,
But
well, here's a question, right? For how you say break it down in layman's terms, right? If the PlayStation 4 Pro, this is the way I look at it, right? I look at it from
a
from a
simplistic view, yeah.
you know what I mean, how you say play. Sometimes I put the seeing casual, the seeing Caucasian. If the X, like I said, is 60 flops, right? We're gonna say 6, and I think the X is 6.1. I think the Pro is 4.1 or 4.2, right? At a minimum, I think it's realistic to expect the. I won't say the PlayStation, sorry, the Xbox, what do you call it, 2 or whatever, to be twice as powerful as the X, but I'm going to say it's going to be at least 10 T flops at a minimum. You know what I mean? And the Pro, I expect the PlayStation 5 to be at least twice as powerful as the Pro. You know what I mean? Whether it's 8, Sony go up to 10. Because again, we talking about a $500 goddamn console for both Microsoft and Sony, right? And here's the thing. And just say if this is my opinion. Say if the X comes out, and for what I'm hearing, I did a show on it. I mean, I go back and you guys can find the show. And I scribbled the names out, but he said I have no reason to lie over video games. But you had some of the higher ups from Microsoft talking about they're gonna have the most powerful console next generation, right? And even if it's slightly more powerful, and if they still gonna depend on how you say multiplats to show their dominance, you know what I mean? And as far as the exclusive wise, they still making games. I don't know if they're gonna cut the umbilical cord, but they saying no gamer left behind. They just releasing the Xbox with SAD Digital, so that's not going anywhere. That thing's probably going to be $100 in the market. So whatever their next generation console, the Gears, whatever, is going to run on that machine. But as far as Sony, they're just going to concentrate on the PS5 and up, right?
But see, but see, Microsoft,
it's not confirmed though, Z.
Microsoft have a plan that no games left behind. If that all digital box take off, then the digital box will be able to keep up because Microsoft has a plan to replace their back-end counterpart with the new up-to-date system. So them server blades that are housing the Xbox One S will soon house Lockhart and Anaconda at some point. So if you do have that all-digital box, your games is going to be streamed from that Lockhart or that Anaconda device. So you're still going to get the same quality, probably not in terms of resolution, depending on your internet. And I see somebody in the chat said, well, more power didn't have the Xbox One X Sony dominate. Well, no, it didn't, because at the time it came out during this generation. But more power sure helped Sony start off and win this generation when it was said that the PS4 was running multi-plats better than the Xbox One. It was doing more 1080p games than the Xbox One. So that helped. It's just Microsoft was late to the party in terms of its most powerful console, and it was too late for them to catch up.
Do me a favor, check it. Read that thing. That's Harry Helene. I'm gonna call you Harry because I can't pronounce that goddamn name there. You see him right there, 100 bits.
Let me see here. Yeah. It say most exclusive PlayStation sequels are more anticipated than Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 3, or Crackdown 4. Not trying to be a moron, just facts. Saying hi as Harry Heck. Well, we don't know if Sea of Thieves is not. Sea of Thieves is its own sequel. That game will constantly build over time. So even when it goes over to the next generation platforms, it might get updated. But Rare always say that that's its game that is going to be build and grow over time. In terms of State of Decay 3 or Crackdown 4, we don't even know if we getting the Crackdown 4. They still trying to get Crackdown 3 right. So you don't know what other games they might come down the pipeline that might blow your mind and make you reject that statement. But I understand what you're saying though.
Well, as we know right now, he's saying that more people are more excited for the sequel to Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Of course.
Whether it be you do have games like Gears that we all, especially me and Post love, and Halo, but Gears and even Halo, or they didn't have the same impact this generation as they did the previous generation, as with Sony's exclusives did. So I understand what he's saying as far as that. That's why I was saying Microsoft shouldn't end this generation on such a quote unquote low note. You know what I mean? And to be fair though, again, this is just my opinion. I think Microsoft has lost a lot of their core because of their messaging. All these rumors are play anywhere. You can play your games on the Switch, and I ain't gonna lie, it turned a lot of their core off. People such as myself, and it's not the casuals, the hardcore that goes out there in droves and buy your $5 goddamn console day one. Not the mom, just little Timmy. It's us, the core that goes out there midnight, unbox these things, and they have turned a lot of us off because they win the casual in the long. They could, but what you want to say?
I want to address that because I was going back and forth with Porter Rock on Twitter and a couple other Sony fans, and they have the notion to think that as long as Sony games are selling, then there's no need to put them on a cloud platform that's going to be day and date like Microsoft is doing, which I believe at some point they are going to do. And the reason why, it's not about what they're selling. If you're selling to the same 10 million people every time, no company is content with that. It's about broadening your appeal, reaching as many gamers as you can wherever they are or wherever that you can reach them at. And so that 10 million can turn into 10 million of the people who usually buy it, and another 10 or 30, 20 million of new gamers that's coming in that's just now experiencing it because they're allowed to play where they want to play. I do believe that Sony will have their exclusives day and date, not because it's gonna hurt them or they're not in position to. It's because the competition that's coming in. You want to provide the best platform to entice gamers to buy into your services, and having their exclusives day and date will do that. Right now, if they announce a next generation PS Now and their exclusives is not day and date, you just have a next generation backwards compatibility you paying for old PS3 and PS2 games that you probably already own. And who want to buy into something like that? Well, you only get access to those games and have to wait. I would rather just go out and buy the title myself. When I'm paying $20 or $30 a month or $10 a month for a service, and I have to wait on the games that I really want to access on that service, when I can just go out and buy it myself. So I do think the games are going to be day and date.
All right, hold on 1 second. See AP the Shooter. Read that one in Floyd Mayweather. You can see it. AP the Shooter.
Yeah, I see. Is that Floyd?
No, it was up from Floyd. It's
okay,
AP
I got
Floyd.
April. Okay. At next gen 720, will I be able to still own my games if I had this digital box, or is it going to be if I get kicked off X Live, then I lose all my shit that I paid for? If so, Xbox can keep that shit, and it's 100 bits now, bro. My SSI check can't handle this now.
Hey man, that 100 bits add up to $1. Don't start your shit, bro. You got one from I don't think, if I'm not, they're not locking anything behind a paywall. That's if you buy a game digitally now and your Xbox Live doesn't work, I can still have access to those games. You know what I mean? That's something that's always online. So
let me ask you guys something about this.
Hold on.
Let me ask you, Peter Bills. Post Peter Bills first.
You got to see Floyd Mayweather.
Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. He said, "Don't you guys know Sony has a lot of new stuff coming next gen? Not just another Spider-Man, Horizon, God of War. They opened a new studio to make third-person action games. Naughty Dog working on a sci-fi game. Ex-Naughty Dog employees making a new studio for adventure games. And Sony Ben is working on a new IP while they were working on Days Gone at the same time. MS needs to take note. Yeah. Sony just recently said they got a lot of titles that's in the work and a lot of stuff to announce. But they just being quiet right now.
No,
Not being quiet for none. This is strategic in their approach. They just
check this out, Post. Man, I heard you saying about Sony exclusive going day and date like Game Pass, but they don't need to do it though. Microsoft. I mean, no. Listen though, it won't make. I'm not saying it make business sense, but Sony doesn't have to do that though. Microsoft's only.
Why they don't have to do
it? Saying, why would they need to do it though?
Sony is saying that they said with the beginning of this, with the PlayStation 4 era, that the PlayStation 4 was going to be the beginning mark of them transitioning away from hardware and becoming a software and service companies.
But
more nowadays, more and more, y'all looking at this wrong. Y'all looking now at the present. Y'all looking at Sony selling games that's doing 10 million units, and y'all saying, hey, they selling 10 million copies. It don't need, if they selling 10 million copies to the same 10 million people. It's not about that. It's about, I know they did 100 million
right?
Systems sold and stuff like that, But when you allow your titles to be accessed from any devices, meaning wherever that person is comfortable with playing, you put yourself in a position to reach a much more broader audience, to reach a much more people than you would just.
But they already reaching this audience now, basically, though.
Locking it to a box. But that's not for long. You're thinking in the present. These companies is forecasting for the next 5 or 10, 15 years.
Well, here's the thing, though. I can see them going mobile, right? Because they already got it on PC, right? So there's only one market left they got to go to is be mobile. It's not going to put it on another console, competing console maker. That don't make no sense to do that.
Look, I did not say they was going to put their games on Xbox or Nintendo Switch. I'm just saying they next cloud initiative, they will have a system similar to what Microsoft, where their exclusives is day and day streamed. I guarantee you. We can bet some money on this. We can bet some money on this, bro.
Listen what I'm saying.
Bet some money on this.
On Pay the Bills, my man, Harry Helene. Harry Heck. You see him?
Yeah, I got him. Sony and PlayStation 4 stalled. They locked in releasing their exclusive games in 2013 to 2015 just by the fact that they knew that the expectations out of video games have risen to a whole other level, while MS is just pushing more shit out of their gate. Y'all are missing the point. Y'all are so caught up in this traditional mindset of the game industry and not seeing how things are changing or have changed.
Remember who started the streaming stuff?
And so y'all making y'all decisions and y'all points based on present. And companies don't. It's like the music industry. They're always looking for the next big hit, the next big thing. Once they get something, it's already old. And they don't, you know what I'm saying? They're always looking for the next big hit. The same apply to these other industries. Once they get some more, as soon as it hit the consumer's hand, they're looking for the next big thing in terms of where the market is trending or where it will be in the next 5 or 10 years. Not what it will be tomorrow or a couple days from now.
I heard you saying, Post.
So you have to have that mind spec. You got every other industry around you going to a cloud or service and software system. You don't think the game industry is not going to do that? You think Sony is going to wait to
the ponies are mad.
Software services and then try to tackle it? No, you get there before it booms. So you
Sony been doing cloud based though. I mean,
exactly.
It ain't been real successful.
They did it at a time where it wasn't ready for. Yeah. I'm not knocking it.
Sony ponies are mad.
They had the Xperia. They had an all digital PSP.
The PSP.
They did it with a lot of things. They just got there a little bit too early at the time.
They catch us out there, right?
And customers weren't ready for it.
Y'all some fuck niggas though.
If PlayStation put their day and date, I would say no reason to be a Game Pass subscriber though. If they do that.
Well, I got a question. I got a question, right? And I see where what Post is saying. I also said this, and I don't have an issue with it, right? If Sony, because I would get the service, if Sony was to come out with the PlayStation Now, and they evolve it to letting you download their new games day and date, it's not going to affect the sales. And I did a show with Porter Rock a few weeks ago, right, on this dog shit channel, and I said to him, right, and he said there's no way, because he said yes, we got Spider-Man already selling, but I said they would make much more if what Game Pass subscription, or it was a PS Now subscriptions, and it's still not going to hurt the sales of Spider-Man. I say if you look at one of the most successful companies in the world, well, gaming is EA, right? And you see and again, I gave him this scenario which was gave to me, right? I might have cheated with these little figures, right? I know some people that know some people. I said you have right now EA, you have Madden and EA Access and EA Origins, right? But you still see Madden in the top 10 NPD month after month.
Month after month.
Yeah. So again, as far as that, it's not going to affect the sale. What makes it look a little shaky or a little bit on Microsoft, and we can all be honest and fair that Microsoft exclusives as of late have been dog shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that haven't been up to scratch.
Yeah. So with Halo, I'll give you an example. Halo, whatever it's going to call, Halo Infinite, Halo whatever the hell, Halo 6, whatever it's going to be called. Once that goes into Game Pass day and date, Halo's still going to be in the top NPD in a couple months. You know what I mean? People still going to go out there and buy the game. and again, it wouldn't hurt Sony's figures in the long run. You know what I mean? Because you have people. I would get the service. PlayStation Now. If I can forget streaming, talking about download natively and play it, on I would get. Sony comes out with a lot of exclusive, a lot of small ones, whether the Yakuza series, whatever. I would get the service. Whether it's $15, as long as they don't go crazy with the pricing, it ain't more than $15 a month. I would sign up for it because, like I said,
guess what?
You can download PS4 games now on that service.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? Guess what's one of the big things that people, when PS Now was first announced, guess what's one of the big blowbacks that people didn't like about it?
The pricing and the
PS3 and the PS2 games. Yeah. They was mad because wasn't no PS4 games. And you see, it's crazy because at the time when it was first announced, people was complaining about paying for a service for games they already had access to. And people say, if ain't no PS4 games going to be on there, and I already own these games, why am I investing in this? Exactly.
They're adding some now. And here's the thing. And I don't have an issue. I'm sorry, I'm going to shut the hell over this. I don't see that as an issue. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Sony's going to put PS Now on another console. I'm not saying that. But for the service to really truly take off, it's a no-brainer for them to. And again, God of War, Spider-Man, all those games are still going to sell extremely well. That is a promise. You know what I mean? That is a promise. Hold on. Yes.
With Sony Mindshare, hold on. Let me get Harry right quick. You say, just stop it. Movies and music will never be optimized or bug fixed as video games. You FNs. Game Pass is just a expansion of getting Microsoft to survive the reality that their in-house development teams actually suck ass. Stop comparing Game Pass literally with Netflix, and that's not true.
You can't compare that. You can't say that because once upon a time, like the music used to buffer. Like when we used to try to stream and download music, that used to buffer, and then
that used to buffer. Like the MP
technology advances.
Quality used to be, 96 bits, 128 bit, low quality, and you had to really work to get or pay for the higher quality, which is like 320 gigabits per second. But Game Pass is a platform for developers and
Game Pass is not streaming though. Game Pass,
right,
not yet. Yeah.
Right,
but imagine what it could become. I mean, look, we already got Just Cause 4.
Opportunity that doesn't have the AAA budget marketing. Like I know people who got into Game Pass who downed it at first, but they're playing games that they never would have played before. They got access to games that they didn't have access to. Just imagine, like I'm paying $10 for a service and I get to play a game. Otherwise, I would have had to pay $60 for. And if I would have paid that $60 for and didn't like it, I would have had to trade it in and went by full, depending on where I brought it from. So I pay $10 a month and I get to play all types of games that I never would have experienced before, and I'm not out of a lot of money. I can have just remove it from a hard drive or re-download it or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm guarantee you Sony are going to have something like
that. Yeah. That concept of Game Pass, how they do it is great, no doubt about it. But I think the next platform Sony's going to try to market their PS Now will be on mobile, in my opinion. Because that's the market makes the most money. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys something. Do you believe that what Microsoft is doing now with day and day with the exclusive game? Do you believe Sony will do that soon?
In
the next year or two? Yeah. No, you're talking about. But do you believe they will do it?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
People still don't believe it.
I'm gonna tell you something. Competition breeds excellence.
Competition is coming.
If the competitors are doing it,
the competition is coming.
Of course, look, Google. You got your Google coming, you got your Amazon, but a lot of the Sony guys in here still don't believe it. That it will come day and day.
Hey, here's my take, though, right? Sony's going to do. They not going to do nothing that's going to give no one no incentive to buy their console. So if they do it, it'll be in a way where it's beneficial.
No. We're not talking about putting.
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about putting PlayStation Now, whatever case that on.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
what we're saying is this, right? And I don't have an issue with it. You know what I mean? If I will get the service. If PlayStation Now had their service, whether it's $15, only thing sometimes with Sony with their pricing is just crazy. You know what I mean? I would pay up to $15 a month monthly if I can, you know. And then guess what? Let me be honest with you. I will still get God of War the Collector's Edition. I will still get Spider-Man, whatever.
Because you want to own it. You want to own it. So if you ever leave that service, you will have it physical.
The Fist of the North Stars and the Guilty Kids and stuff like that. It's not an issue. But I can have there to go play, yes, for those. But games like that, even look, I'll give you an example. Game Pass, right? This Game Pass on my Xbox, I think it's like 2 years or whatever the case. I'm still gonna get Gears of War physically, their collector's edition.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because I'm
still buying it.
Now, Crackdown and C&Ds and shit like that. I don't have no interest in it. Or Forza, not that serious to me. Fine, I can play it whenever I want to. But again, you know what I mean? Just as from a business standpoint, and I even like I said, you got to look at it like this, right? If you look at EA, like I said, they one of the worst, if not the wealthiest third-party publisher within the gaming industry, right? Right now for $15 a month, you can have access to all their games before they even hit what EA or Access Origin, what it's called. You know,
you get like a week early.
Yeah,
at that.
Okay,
a week early. Yeah.
But guess what? You're still going to see Madden, FIFA,
top
10 in the MPD. Like I said, just going by, like I said, numbers like that. And that's why people look at it. Why was Sony doing it? And it's not going to cut the sales. And again, it's not the issue. You know what I mean? It's not saying. And I think sometimes the gamers or the fans are blowing merging the lines between xCloud and streaming. No, we're talking about downloading natively to your device.
Yeah. We're talking about Game Pass situation, yeah. But see, a lot of the guys,
you have to.
You heard it from our own boys, like P Rock and the boys. Sony does not need to do it. We heard it from our own boys saying that. Look, but I believe Sony will do it.
Let me tell you something.
It's business.
This is
I'm not gonna say they won't do it though.
This is called a business, bro. This is called a business.
Yeah, like if you look at this,
go ahead.
If you look at the state of Sony right now, it doesn't appear Sony needs to do it. But you have to think about the tomorrow. When you're doing business, you have to think years ahead. Like you know Google's coming into the game. You know Amazon's coming.
Verizon.
If they buy studios and they're releasing their exclusive games day and date, and Sony's not now people have a reason to go purchase from the competitor, not Sony. So
this is what we're trying to talk about before.
Let me tell you,
you gotta look at the bigger picture.
Let me tell you something. This is called a business, and when businesses see other companies being successful, come up with their own terms. Just think with Xbox Live, when it first came out, Sony and them said that it was never going to work because at that time broadband wasn't. It turned out Xbox Live was successful. They came out with their own version of it. Achievements. The Sony fan faithful crapped on achievements. Achievement did well. Sony came out with trophies. You know what I'm saying? These companies, they share right off each other. If you think Sony is not looking at the numbers in terms of, because they got access to
collecting data.
They got access to more.
We all know.
I don't know if y'all
matters though. At the end of the day,
if you think Sony ain't looking at what Game Pass is doing, if you think Sony ain't looking at what Game Pass is doing right now, you are crazy. You are stupid. You are a fanboy with just blind. If you're thinking they're not looking at this, what Game Pass is doing and how it's affecting gamers, and people still buying into Game Pass and still buying games.
Yo, we check this out, folks. I think
have Game Pass, they still buying games.
Even if PS Now does that, it'd be great for Sony if they do it like that. It'll save gamers money, though. Tell you that much.
Well,
but listen, you guys
are still going to buy games.
You know what? This is what I don't understand. Look, Z, just 1 second. Yeah, you got 100 million consoles out there. Yeah, the PlayStation.
Yes.
A lot of the guys in the chat, Harriak and these boys. How many Spider-Man sold and God of War? 10 million?
10 million, yeah.
12 million?
You're missing out on 90 million.
No, I'm just saying, look, you got 90 million other people there. If them 90 million people have a Game Pass service, they'll make more money out of it. If it just gets more interesting.
You just made $900 million if everybody.
It'd be more consistent money, basically.
Yeah.
Monthly.
10 million versus 90 million out there. Do you know what I mean? There's money to be made out there.
Not just a one-time $10 a month.
No, I know what you're talking about. Look, monthly.
The hardcore will buy the game day and day. I'm not denying. Me, you, the guys on the panel will get God of War, Gears of War, all that bullshit day one. I'm just talking about the other 90 million.
Oh, if it had Game Pass, I would just get it on Game Pass.
Think about this.
Yeah, I would.
We know that gamers are fickle, right? And they're not always loyal, right? We can look at that in terms of last generation with the PS3 and 360. And you've seen a lot of Sony faithfuls, even though they ain't like the 360 at first. But as the years went on and they seen it booming, people went out and brought the 360. You know, Sony fans went out and brought the 360. And we seen this generation that Xbox gamers left in droves over to the PS4. So we know gamers are not always loyal. So you come up with, how do you negate that, or how do you come up with a subscription service?
But here's the thing, though, right? Gamers is going to support real games. Will support like a good console or a good game. So
that's why they're coming out with these services. So you don't have to keep bouncing between hardware. You don't have to make this choice over here and this choice over here in terms of hardware now. Because with these services now, I can buy, say like I buy a PS5.
Yeah,
but I can still have access to my Xbox library through either xCloud or whatever. I don't either need a physical Xbox to purchase in order to have access to that content. And the same thing is going to apply to Sony at some point. I know people saying it's not going to happen. They don't need to. We don't know what they need to in terms of what they see and what their own earnings is going to be. Because companies forecast and say, hey, this is the number I think we're going to hit in the next year or so, or these amount of years. A lot of times when that come around, they don't necessarily hit those numbers.
Yeah.
Sony stock dropped recently. What happened to make they stock drop? I forgot what happened, but they stock had dropped. I forgot what was announced, but they stock dropped real low because of something I forgot. I remember it. But these subscription services say, hey, look, whether you have our hardware or not, you're gonna buy into our ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Microsoft said. Whether you buy an Xbox or not, you could be on the Xbox, you could be on a PC, a phone. I don't care where you at, as long as you in my ecosystem. And if you're in my ecosystem, either you paying a monthly subscription or you buying games. So either way, I get your money. I'm not trying to fight for your money by, spending more money on R&D trying to put out the best hardware. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to give you the best subscription service with the best content in that subscription service with the best features. And no matter what hardware you buy or whether you decide to buy or not, you're going to be in my ecosystem. That's what it's about now. They don't care about the hardware because they want to really recoup nothing off of it.
Y'all hear Phil got that man trained.
But I'm saying that's where they going at. That's where they going.
Xbox coming out in May. What do you think the price is going to be on that?
Huh?
The all digital Xbox. They're coming out in May.
If they were smart, they put that bitch up about $130. But knowing Microsoft, it probably be about $150, $175.
Hey, really?
I think it should be $100. That's my.
If they can get it down to $99, they should go for that.
Yeah.
If they can get it down to
$99. Unless they do it for $150 with 12 months of Game Pass.
Nah, $99. 1 month.
Or 6 months.
I don't know. Maybe.
What's the
$99?
This
150 with 6 months of Game Pass. Maybe with 3 months of gold.
Nah, not $99. That $99 price point would be so enticing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I couldn't take it anymore, bro.
This 2019, right?
Listening to this corporate slave, bro. He's a corporate slave, bro.
You don't know what.
Oh shit! He's a corporate slave. Not once this whole time this dude said anything about exclusive. All he said was hardware. That's all you Xbox dudes know is hardware, bro. You making me sick, bro.
Hold on.
You make me sick.
Coming from Sony here, hold on.
And all I hear is this dude preaching
fucking bullshit.
It's crazy.
I hate
guy,
this, bro.
You motherfuckers talk about numbers. That's what you do.
Sean, do me a favor. Go drink some whiskey.
What's the last exclusive you played?
Bro,
That's
when
exclusive.
the
I'm
sale
about to play
chip came out,
Alex, we need the day and date of the last exclusive you played.
when the
Go ahead,
sale
go look at my
chip
resume.
came out, you couldn't tell these brothers nothing
playing
about
PUBG.
power.
Yo.
It was these brothers weren't talking nothing about power. You would think these brothers had a BA in computer science.
He's talking
The way
about a
he was
whole
breaking
generation
down
before.
the sale chip, and
Yo,
he
listen,
want to come out talking
I
about.
guarantee you now,
he ain't say
Post.
nothing about exclusive.
Post.
This power conversation
Post.
started with you, Sony dudes.
Foles, please.
What is you talking about?
Take Phil's nuts out your mouth, my man.
What is
Listen
you
to me.
talking about?
Listen, bro. I'm sorry I didn't mean to ruin your podcast scene, but this dude got me sick over here. I'm about to
All
throw
y'all
up.
catching nails. Y'all want to talk
man.
about exclusive now because y'all don't have the power.
It's always been about
When y'all-
exclusives.
Nah. When y'all
You just
back in
started
360
gaming. Yo,
Bro,
you just started gaming.
No, you
Like,
just started
this
gaming.
generation.
Back in the
Get outta here.
PS3 and 360 era, that's all y'all talked about was power.
Oh my god,
That's
bro.
all y'all talked
Alright,
about
I'm
was
out
that
here.
damn
I just wanted to say how much of a
That's all
slave
y'all
he was.
Didn't they tell y'all was the first one that ran with we
All
don't
right,
have
folks, have a
games
good day.
that went at 121st perspective. Get out of here, bro. Time out. So now y'all ain't got the power. So now y'all ain't got the power edge. Y'all want to leave it to
Post
exclusive.
your blood pressure. Post
outta
your blood
here,
pressure.
man.
Your blood pressure.
Cause they hypocrites.
Calm down, bro. Calm down.
Hypocrite.
Calm down, bro.
They
Calm
changed
down.
with the
Bro.
win, bro. They
Bro,
changed with
take
the win.
injection.
Hold on, not listen,
Take the
folks.
injection.
Not all Sony fans is like that, folks. Now,
They changed. And Z know this. If the 360 era even going into this era, it was all about power. All we 720p.
who
Now,
started that, though? It
Alright,
was
alright,
just
hold on.
all
Let's play the
all
bit.
that.
Twitter, right? We didn't
All
start
that.
You should have said
Alright,
that.
hold up. Drop the right quick. Remember, man, Merrill win. You see him?
Yeah, he said, why y'all hold Xbox to this high level? Why high level? When the games is ass. They ain't moving consoles and they bringing out a console called the SAD when no one asks for it. They have no idea. Let me see they have no idea what they're doing. That's wrong. But no, that's your opinion, so I ain't gonna go against it. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. He say, are they going to remove the original Xbox One S off the market? Next generation, no gamers left behind. Right, Xbox One S, Xbox One S Digital, Xbox One X, Xbox Honda, Xbox Lockhart, Xbox Stream Console, too much hardware. Yeah, that
They'll stop selling it.
They're gonna- yeah,
that's
they're
what will happen.
yeah, that's why I think the digital system is going to take place of the more than likely the Xbox One S.
If it takes off though, post, it needs to take off.
Takes off. And I think that the digital system is just a test bed for
Yeah.
in terms of gamers who, because most
Yeah, for the
gamers buy
future.
digital. I haven't
Y'all
brought
got mad digital games.
in years.
But this is a problem now. Like a lot of guys say, the PlayStation guys now, a lot of guys are going digital now.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see a lot of guys move to the Xbox and leave that digital library behind on the PlayStation 4 now. This was a gen to win really, because a lot digital came in really hard this time.
So you make a good point, bro. That's a good point.
Do you know what I mean? You could have 100 PS4 games digital like Z or someone, and
But
say
see-
I'm leaving the PlayStation to go to Xbox. You gotta
but
leave
see-
100 games behind.
But,
From-
I'm gonna say this right quick, right? This is my thing. As far as that, you know what I mean? I prefer digitally because I don't like getting up looking for discs and games. I'm a little
Of
skeptical
course.
about going all digital with Sony because some of their draconian way. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you. You know what I mean? I had a few issues with Sony and my debit cards and FIFA translation. Transactions. I ain't never played FIFA damn my goddamn life. You know what I mean? I was one of the few that was affected by the hack back in.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah, real talk. You know what I mean? But I said it to say this. So you know what I mean? When someone false report. You know how Sony gets. You seeing people on online getting banned, not getting access to their games. So I'm a little skeptical about going all digitally with Sony. Before Microsoft, I never had an issue as far as that. Digital. That's the way to go. But moving forward, like I said, and again, and I see people. I'm reading some of the comments here. I'm going through the comments now with my blind ass. Saying that Sony doesn't have an incentive, or they look at it as a bad thing. You know what I mean? As a gamer, whoever, you should want the service to become better. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're using it as a, with the console. Well, don't get me wrong. It's okay to be. Everybody has their preference. Me, you, everybody has the preference. You know what I mean? I would want, I'm not paying. How much is Game Pass? How much is PS Now a month?
I think it's $19.99.
$19.99.
Okay, $20 a month. I'm not
still the
paying
same
$20 a
price.
month for playing them old ass PS3 games. I know, but if they would have started to put games in it, like the Yakuza series, the Bloodborns, I would do 20. You know,
The Bloodborne is on there though.
Well, I'm just being facetious here. You know?
I would do maybe 15.
But it's 15, it's 20 now. Shit, they ain't gonna if they put.
But I'm telling you, if they do day and date exclusives, so people are calling for that $20 a
But
month.
Sony has some exclusive. Sony got some exclusives coming out this. Hold on. Sony got a whole bunch of shit coming out. Let me show you. Somebody just sent me another thing. I always get sent some shit.
EA Origins. I think they should compete with EA Origins. It's like $14.99. Like that 1999 is pretty
That's
steep.
Sony, man. They want all.
I'm saying, listen, what I'm saying though.
Sony.
Exclusives day and date. Yo, call them that $20.
Hold on, bro. Hey, stop corporate slaving, bro.
I'm not.
You want to spend $19.99 or you want to spend? I'm fighting for your right to spend less. I'm fighting for your right to spend less. You gonna debate with me?
We're gonna look at this thing from a whole different perspective, right?
No. Pause 1 second. It's not only going to be exclusive from the Sony side. You're going to get third-party games. Look how Microsoft with Just Cause, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So if it's $15, whatever it is,
if they
monthly,
do, I'm just saying, even if they don't. Here's the thing.
You're getting more than exclusive. You're going to get the third-party games as well.
Even if they don't, Sony again is a little greedy. Even if they don't, just the variety of exclusives that Sony's put out, whether it's second party, but games like that I'm not going to go out and I'll give you an example. What else? I got a stack of them shits over here somewhere that I've yet to try yet. Like, look, I got games like this, right, that I got to get into. I haven't had the time to even play them. Fist of the North Star, still brand new. Neo, you know what I mean? If games like that are going in a day and date, I know I'm not just gonna go out and and just drop 60 on them. I got another shit here. What the hell is this? What the hell is this called? Under the Night Rebirth. I haven't got a chance to open this shit up. I got you know what I mean? I got all these goddamn games. I got some more back here somewhere. You know what I mean? I would damn sure get that server for $20 a month just to try them. You know what I mean? I know I'm not gonna. If the game was ass. I got another one over here. What the hell is this right here? Shit. Blaze Blue. That I know I'm not gonna go out there and drop $60 for. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is the thing, like,
and the little indie games that they come out with. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a problem with it. No. Sign me up. $20 a month. Take
I understand. Yeah, a lot of people would. Do you know what I mean? Like physical. You can say it's moving to the digital now. Look at us guys believing like DVDs. I know it's gone to 4K now. It will always be there. The 4K Blu-ray, the 8K Blu-ray. This.
Look at like oh my bad, I'm about to catch up. But look at like music streaming services like Google Play and Amazon Prime, Amazon music streaming. Like who the fuck are rarely buying music CDs anymore?
Let's look at this from a different perspective. Let's get conscious for just a second.
Okay.
All right. At the beginning of this generation, or prior to this generation, you had a lot of gamers complaining about DRM systems being always online, and that going digital will prevent or give the company more control over their content than they would. So they felt as though they didn't want to do it because they will always buy physical because they wanted something tangible. In this generation alone, the industry has persuaded those same people to accept DRM, to accept always online content, and it's okay to go digital.
Hey, I'm gonna take it a step further, Post.
In terms of this generation, now that they got you in that format, that part is done.
I don't know if you remember with the OG Xbox, right? Mm-hmm. People were complaining about, because remember you could play Dreamcast, you could play PS2 on dial-up, but Xbox was the only platform that you had to have broadband connection. And people felt like Microsoft was forcing them to get broadband.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember with the 360 with the wireless controllers, right?
Yeah.
Like, when they came out and said the controller's going to be wireless, nobody was used to wireless controllers that work. So, that's crazy. Now they want to force us to use wireless controllers. I like my controller wired.
Yeah. Yeah, and this happens a lot in terms
of. It's the same thing with the iPhone. No headphone jack. They will push you. They will push you towards the future. Yeah. This is what they do.
They don't know. A lot of people.
What the problem is, right?
Galaxy for life.
They gotta tell the system that you're not gonna do something.
They gotta explain
and they
it more,
know
though.
you're gonna do it anyway.
That was the only
You know
problem.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
I
They're
mean,
explain
gonna
it more
feed
when
you.
people can
They're
understand
gonna
it.
constantly feed you, consciously and subconsciously feed you marketing material that's gonna make. It's just like when a song come out that when the first time you hear it, you don't like it. That station is gonna play that song so much. At some point, you're gonna find yourself singing it, and you're gonna be like, you know what, this song, all right, I didn't like it when it first came out, but they put it in front of your ears so much, and that's how marketing works. Marketing is they do it on a conscious level and a subconscious level, and a lot of the complaints that people had at the beginning of this generation, they are now accepting.
Accepting.
You know
We can't do
people
without.
that say streaming is bad, Sony ain't gonna do this. When they do it and they finally see it, they gonna be accepting of it. Watch.
Hey yo, my man, Spider Silver said he would quit gaming. He said he'll quit gaming.
They said that too. They said that too. With
Yeah, we heard that one before.
If they force me to go digital, I'm just gonna quit gaming. If I can't buy no physical,
we heard that one.
Here's the thing. As far as me, I don't trade in games. Not that I think I'm too good, but it's the principle. I just, man, game rubbed me the wrong way. I paid $60. You can give me 17 for it to turn selling for 55.
Man, they offer you 33 cents for like 50 cents if it's a sports game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, and again, the reason I started back going physical because you don't know how to fight, and I lost a lot of my shit. So, I'm a collector. Some of you guys see the shit that I post on, YouTube, not YouTube, sorry. Not Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. You know what I mean? I'm like, to gamers, like you guys can't even see my whole room. I got all types of shit, a bunch of older consoles and shit that I went back and rebought. So it's just for like nostalgia value. But at the while, you run out of room. Like that's the reason I stopped buying Blu-rays and shit. Like I got tired of putting these shits up, and you know what I mean. Like when we move to this house here, maybe God willing, next year we're gonna get a bigger home. We're gonna probably rent this one out or something. Hopefully my grandmother moving here. Just moving, unboxing shit, you know what I mean? So it's a little, it's a little, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And plus, I just like to sit on my box. And let me show you something. I take pride and pleasure out of this, right? Let me go to my games and see all, right? And just say, you know what? Go on through the list of my games, right? I still got shit because about one of my hard drives went. That I ain't got to get up and just switch between them effortlessly. I like that. That's me. You know what I mean? I like to be able to go through my shit right quick digitally and see what I want to play, you know what I mean, or whatever, or you know what I mean, whatever the case may be. Now,
who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like that?
Like my uncle, he's a fucking physical guy. He don't like nothing digital.
He's probably on drugs. That's why.
That's crazy.
Hey, bro, yeah, he's a pack rat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you think I got a lot of shit? My uncle, the retired cop. One day I'm gonna go to his house, right? That motherfucker's a hoarder.
But Z, listen. He's the old school.
Talking about Teddy Z.
I just had this
Teddy,
conversation.
But Z, he's old. He's an older gamer. That's why. He's an older gamer. I just had this
conversation with my brother, and we was talking about
a younger or older brother.
Older brother. He's in the tech industry too. He got his degree in telecommunications and all that stuff. So he do a little bit of everything. So, but his wife, she's going around collecting movies like Blu-rays and stuff like that because she know at some point that you're not gonna have access to them. And she like, what if we lose power? What if this go off? What are we gonna do if all of our content is digital? And we was having this conversation about how they trying to take everything tangible from you in terms of physical copies and things like that. We are moving towards that future where music, movies, games, whatever it is, it's all going to be digital based at some point. Whether y'all like it or not, whether you want to see it or not, this shit is bigger than gaming, actually. We're just so happy to be talking about gaming. It's bigger than gaming, but we're going to an all digital future. Hold up. And that includes Sony.
Hey, wait, hold up. Shout out to my man. Hold on, answer this question here. Floyd Mayweather, he said, next gen, what happened if you get hacked, though? I mean, shit happens, man. If I get hacked, I ain't gonna lie. Right? If I get hacked, somebody take over my account. I mean, this is just me. Fortunately, I know a few people that know some people. Like, somebody fuck with my account this generation on my Xbox, right? And I was using a Yahoo email address, and I haven't been on this email thing forever. But the fact that I knew somebody, I made a call, and they straightened the shit out for me. I got my shit back. I got a very old gamer tag. Like, I get so many goddamn inboxes. Yo, bro, let me buy your gamer tag off you. Like I told you guys, I don't know if you can see how many years I've been online. I was a beta tester for Xbox Live. You know what I mean? Literally, when my shit go back that far. But again, I said it to say this though. You know what I mean? So I got my shit back. But that's to say if anything happened on your cell phone. I don't. You know, this. I mean, sad to say, this is the world that we're living in a digital, future or whatever the case. I don't have a problem with it. I'm here. I'm conditioned. Remember, they was complaining about the always online. If I don't have internet, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I don't have the internet or whatever, because 9 times when I'm playing a single player game, but this is just me, I'm always in a party talking to these guys or talking to somebody. You know what I mean? So if I can't do that, I don't want to game any goddamn way. You know what I mean? But that's just me. You know what I mean? You know,
it's the way it's going, Z. Like,
it's a social age we're living in.
Screwface made a good point. He said games are getting too big now for disc.
I'm just gonna come up with that.
Data and read in real time. All digital games at $60 in the future. That's true.
Yeah, and also he mentioned getting hacked. Man, I used to stay in the hood. Like my games would end up missing when I have physical games.
What hood you?
I go.
Facts. Talk about it.
Not in your suburb. Not in your suburb. Parker.
You said suburb.
Nah, you ain't no suburb. Hey,
obviously,
you know Parker on assisted living.
You invite the guys over. They say, "Hey, go give me a glass of water." You come back, one of the guys left, and a couple of your games with him.
I'm gonna take you back old school, bro. Let me say this one thing. We get the hell off the air. I started my life with crime at an early age, man. I told you first time I got arrested, a lot of trouble when I was 14 for a very, very serious offense. But my life with crime started before then. I remember I would go to Blockbuster. And it was called Palmer Video. And I had a toolkit that I got from my uncle, right? But make a long story short, right? Because he used to fix stereos and shit. I learned I would open up the Nintendo disc, the cartridge, and open the case and take say it was Friday the 13th the game. I would take that card that was just be on card. I would take that card and put in Duck Hunt or some other bullshit. Screw that shit back. Take that shit back to Blockbuster. I started my life of crime at an early age, bro.
Blockbuster used to get Gap, bro.
Lord knows I did.
Especially even on the VHS. Even on the VHSs, boy. Take that sticky off, put it on another VHS, swap.
We all done that shit.
Yeah,
we all done that shit.
But the only thing I have an issue with this all digital future is that when you get to a point where all your content is digital, the power struggle between the customer and the corporation comes in. And at this point, the corporation has a lot more power over your content than you have. That's why a lot of people don't want to let go of those tangible things as far as keeping physical. That's why Z Uncle always keep physical stuff, because it's that as long as it's in my hand, I have control of it. I have the power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you. But
truly digital, you kind of giving up some of that power.
But this is the thing that post and Z, you guys got kids, yeah. It's the kids. We're looking at it from our point. We want the physical. It's the older generation wants to hold on to that shit. I'm not saying some young generation won't, but it's the older generation wants to hold on to the physicals, all that bullshit. When the younger generation comes up, they ain't gonna have shit. It's all gonna be digital and subscriptions and all that bullshit.
But it's just like anything else, though. If it works, people are gonna buy it. If it doesn't,
it's working. It's working.
I'm talking about like the streaming and stuff. Like if it doesn't work properly, people not gonna buy it. I mean, and companies aren't gonna keep putting their money in. They're not gonna lose money.
No. Have you tried Google Stream?
Yeah, I tried it.
What's your take on that?
Depends on your connection. If you got a good connection, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, nothing beats playing locally, but.
Of course.
Depending on the game, like I could play like a RPG or something. I could stream that to a phone or a tablet. Like, but playing like Call of Duty or something that requires like quick reaction.
Yeah,
I would need to play local hardware. So I mean, there's a place for it.
Yeah, there's a place for it, but like we gotta see what xCloud does, and we just gotta go from there straight up.
Yeah,
It's moving towards that.
I just want to say this, man. This is going to affect all forms of society. You already see 18-wheelers, automated 18-wheelers that are driving themselves, that delivering stuff on their own. You have automated cars now that can pick you up and take you places. You have your cars that are driving themselves.
Brave Emperor.
You have even from a construction worker, they now have machines that can do a lot of the stuff that the construction worker that's moving the daily person aside and leaving it up to automated stuff. Google got an AI right now that does customer service like an actual real person. You can't even tell. You know, it's not even out yet, but they have an AI that does customer service like a real person. So it's beyond game, and we're just
it's kind of scary when you think about it.
It's scary. So
of course,
beyond too cute.
So we're just talking about it in the form of the gaming industry. Every other industry is there or getting there. If you think that Sony, because Sony thinks about its fans more than it does about its board members and bottom line, or where it's gonna what's gonna make its most money down the line. If you think that, then continue thinking in this traditional mind that Sony is always gonna cater to you and do what you tell them to, and you will be all right until you see that that's not necessarily the case. And even with Microsoft don't care about their fans either. It's about their bottom line and their board members.
That's
what they want.
Post with everyone.
They definitely care about Post.
Every company.
All of them. You know what I'm saying? All of them.
Post on the board meetings and shit.
Yeah, Post is there clipping toenails for Phil Spencer.
You know what? Keep popping them mosquito pills.
That's why Post has all this.
PS5 specs though. I missed that.
Oh,
Let's go back to the PS5 spec. Yeah.
Get the hell up out of here.
Dev kits.
It was a dev kit.
Not bad for talking over everybody. I hadn't been on the show in so long, and I'm going back to work tomorrow. Y'all probably see me till later this week on another show, so I had to get everything out.
Post came with this fuck shit.
No, man, because they have.
We can bring the specs back up. How we said?
Microsoft is ruining gaming. Sony just know exactly what to do because they care for me as a Sony fan, and they care about my feelings. Yoshida called me yesterday, gave me 2 pills, and told me he gonna do everything I asked him. Yeah, okay.
Shit.
So what did you say the specs is again?
PS5.
Yeah, one last synopsis.
No, that's the dev kit.
Yeah, but
I know. Yeah, it's a dev kit though, so you get a little idea.
I'm gonna tell you like this: the only thing that stands out about that dev kit, it says it's using Navi, and as far as I know, Navi's not even finished yet. So I don't know if they're using they probably using a Vega GPU for now.
It's probably.
They say that the developers have the dev kits in hand now, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying the console's not going to come out.
It's developing games now.
Here's the thing, right? As far as the dev kit, it's going to be a roundabout specs of what it is, whether it's Navi, as far as what GPU, more or less, powers that it's going to have. You know what I mean? We're not going to see again. Look at this game with him playing Devil May Cry 4. We didn't get games like this at the start of the generation, so they're just an estimate of what to expect from. You know what I mean? Actually, the dev kit is actually be more powerful, of course. For errors to scale it back.
It's gonna be more powerful than the actual console itself.
I was asking, as far as T-flop wise, you know what I mean? Whatever. I know AMD's T-flop is different than
NVIDIA's,
but I said if the X is already 10, right? I'm sorry, the X is 16 flop.
6.4.
Yeah, I expect the Pro. I mean the PS5. If the PS4 Pro is 14 flop. To be up between 8, I say maybe 9. You know what I mean? Like I say again, what would you say?
Man, the fact that it's AMD, man, because AMD, they don't have this stuff together in the PC market. But
the console is just what pays the bill for them.
Yep,
I know, but even their Vegas are cooking. They use a lot of power. Even the Vega 7 uses a lot of power, it draws a lot of heat. So I mean, they have
APU. It's a mobile joint. It ain't gonna be the full fledged that they go on the PC.
Yeah, so it's an APU. Yeah.
So I mean, but I'm saying though, so you have to take that architecture and shrink it down so it fit into like something like an Xbox, the next Xbox or a PlayStation 5. And I'm not saying they can't, because I know it's another architecture, but I'm just based off the reports. I mean, AMD is already struggling with Navi. Navi was supposed to release last year, so
what are they struggling on?
I don't know. It's delayed. It's delayed. I don't know.
Is it the size because it's supposed to be 7 nanometer? What?
I don't know if it's technical or what, but I mean, AMD has a history of not delivering on time.
Well, this is what I heard. It was kind of explained to me. I say in layman's term, when it comes to tech and stuff, AMD's is I guess I'd say head of NVIDIA. The problem is that AMD doesn't have the R&D to bring a lot of their things to fruition. As far as NVIDIA does, you know what I mean? They've also got some really smart guy out here, some Middle Eastern guy, or whatever the case. Like they can have the stuff on the drawing board, but they don't have the R&D as NVIDIA, you know what I mean, to bring those things to fruition.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Sony and Microsoft are working firsthand with them to help them with some of that R&D. But even so, I mean, there's something there causing delays, because we were supposed to have Navi last year, or at least we don't have any details on it. I'm just a little iffy, I'm just a little iffy. I don't think we're getting
2020. We are talking about another year from now, 2020. And
we're talking 18 months. 18 months from now.
The first dev kits don't have to have Navi in it. You know what I mean? It's just like I'll give you an example. The first dev kits for the PlayStation 4 only had 4 gigabytes of GDDR5 RAM. The final unit came out having, I believe it was more. You know what I mean? That was something Sony kind of kept on the wraps to the last minute. You know what I mean? I was just talking about as far as the T-flops.
No. Is it possible? Oh, shit, what was I gonna say, man? Is it possible, like Microsoft and Sony, like with AMD, there's a different working division, separate working division, working on the tech?
What do you mean?
Like a separate team.
Like you think they sent their own team?
Yeah,
they work hand in hand with, like they work hand in hand with each other when it comes to
AMD. They get say 50 people working towards the Microsoft console. Would it be something like that?
Yeah, I can't even tell you the numbers. I don't know the numbers. I just know that Microsoft.
I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah. I mean that sounds about right. Like if Microsoft sends a team to AMD and they put their heads together, figure out what the final specs are going to be. Microsoft lets them know what they need in the console. AMD lets them know what they can deliver.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I said, we heard rumors about PlayStation coming after 21. Do you know what I mean as well? So,
I don't think they're gonna delay the console. I just think we might not get we might not get the specs that everybody is toting.
It's hoping for, yeah.
Especially, I think it really depends on AMD. I think the X would have had a Ryzen chip if AMD would have been on their game. Remember, Ryzen got delayed.
Right, I wouldn't know because I'm not really into the PC tech. But so when did Ryzen come out then?
Ryzen came out a few months after the X release. It was like X came out in November 2017. I think the Zen chip came out early 2018. Something like that.
If the X came with the CPU chip, though, right?
Yeah, it's a CPU.
Yeah.
But remember, Phil opened his mouth and said, he said it's not going to be a Jaguar CPU. Remember he said that, right?
Well, it could be a Ryzen CPU then.
No, I'm talking about on the X. Remember that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's not going to be a Jaguar CPU.
He wants to
CPU. And what did we get?
When did he say that?
It was an interview when he was talking about what was going to be in the Scorpio.
One thing he did, I'm talking about as far as the new, Phil said frameworks will take precedent as far as next generation.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Scorpio. When the Scorpio got announced, and Phil Spencer had an interview, I can't remember who, but he said we're not going with Jaguar, and that's where everybody thought that we're gonna get Ryzen. That's when D got the big head. It's definitely gonna be Ryzen.
So Ryzen uppercuts.
It's gonna have to CUDA cores.
I wouldn't be shocked if on the Xbox you had a Ryzen in there. Y'all get them the higher frames though. If they get like a cable.
Next gen, I have no shadow of a doubt it's going to be a Ryzen chip inside the next gen. I'm pretty sure about that, and I don't know if it's going to be like a.
He's been adamant about focusing on frames.
Somebody get Harry Helene.
Yeah, I got him. Xbox are all cheering for Xbox One Sad Edition. We don't even know if it's going to be called that. But if I remember the 2013 Xbox One reveal, right, the DRM bullshit wasn't exactly the best promotion Microsoft could go out with the Xbox reveal. Now, all of a sudden, we all are good with digital only and DRM. Like, fucking standing behind this kind of business. Not me and many who jumped over to PS from Xbox. What are we talking about here? Well, we're talking about the DRM started with Sony first, before the Xbox. Way before the Xbox was rumored to have DRM, it started with Sony first. And when Sony saw the flag that Microsoft got for their DRM situation, they changed it. They went back. Yo, man.
Hold on, Post. Explain that if you don't mind.
But hold on, that digital box is optional. You still have the option to go purchase a console with.
The problem wasn't that, Post.
The DRM started with Sony. Started with PS4 was going to have DRM. That was the first conversation of it before it was even talked about on the Durango. So it's just that when it came out that Microsoft with this all online and stuff, and dudes start making them tweets and stuff, causing bad press. People forgot about that. The DRM conversation first started with the PS4, and then Sony was able to slowly backtrack while Microsoft was dealing with all that bad press and changed everything, just like they changed the price and all that stuff at E3. Oh, that's why I say Sony is good with being quiet while Microsoft is getting all the bad rap. And based off that bad rap, they be.
But Post, that's Microsoft's fault, though. I mean, Microsoft need to learn how to be quiet sometimes. Hey, y'all remember what on the 360 and PS3 when we
all online? It'd have been much better for them. They explained it.
Y'all remember we had them online passes on the PS3 and 360 towards the end. Like, if you purchased the game from GameStop, you had to buy an additional online pass.
Yep. It was $10 for the online pass.
Yeah, that was a sign of things to come.
Yep.
Just like, look, it's crazy, man. These Sony fans, they like to get on me. They like to call me all.
They're not talking to you, Post. They did directing that at Phil. You the one step in front of it.
They said in the PS3. They said in the PS3 era, since Sony Online was free, that they would never charge for online in the next generation. And Sony came out with charging for PSN. They was all good with it. They flipped the script. Even though they said the whole 360. Sony ain't gonna charge us. Why would they charge us free for the PS3 online now and then charge us next generation? Sony came out said they charging for $45. They flipped the script.
Paying for free play games.
Shout out to my man Thumbs. He said, "Fuck Xbox, man." yeah, man. Shout out.
It just amazes me how they just flipped. You know, Sony do something, they go against something, they all with it, they all for it. As soon as Sony change their mind, they go for it, they find excuses on why.
That's because Sony has a better PR team, bro.
Facts.
Better PR
they ain't gonna never pay for online. So they ain't gonna charge us for online. Well, you're paying for PLC. Okay, yeah, they gotta charge us now because that's the only way the system gonna grow and get better. We was telling y'all that.
Really
surprised. But we don't have to pay for free to play games though, right?
Yo, they was clowning us paying for Xbox Live, but we was saying, look, Xbox Live, us paying for it is getting us all.
We need Xbox Live to watch Netflix.
I'm just saying though, you don't need Xbox Live to watch Netflix. It's not behind the paywall. I'm just saying though, we tell them that investing in this ecosystem is allowing us to get all these features and stuff, and you know, on the back end, you couldn't tell them that though. Well, we got it for free, and we ain't having no issue. We get. They get charged for it. And they said the only reason why we gotta pay for it because it's gonna help PSN grow in the future. Get your ass out of here.
Hey, Microsoft need to hire posts, bro.
Z
Hey, Phil, if you listen, hire posts. Hire posts for PR. nobody go hire posts, bro.
Not spend anything.
Post is not break.
Hey, Post need to be on the E3. He need to be on stage at the next E3.
I just remember it all, man. I remember it all, man.
Said Post can help himself.
It was crazy, boy. These boys got more. Hey, if you ever want to know how to get your Neo on, where you want to dodge some stuff, just talk to a Sony fan. They professionals at it. I'm telling you.
They stick together too.
They stick together, and they are professional. That's why Kratos so good. I'm telling you, they are professionals, boy. So they'll say one thing, and then the next minute they'll do another. They'll be against it, then they'll go for it.
No, check this out, though.
Never happened. Like
maybe he might have had that mindset, though, but you know how industry changed, and you got to change with it, or get left behind like Blockbuster. You want to be like Blockbuster or Betamax, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, y'all remember that?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that part. I think you're a little older than everybody else.
You don't remember Betamax? Okay. Shit.
Streaming.
Google it.
Streaming.
I think you
Google that shit.
I don't remember Betamax. Nah.
They know what I'm talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about.
They know what I'm talking about. Betamax or VHS.
Let's shout out to everybody that rocked out with us live, man. We got here, my man. You got a full house in there. I appreciate it, man. You guys coming over from YouTube, supporting the platform. That shit mean the world to me, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the new subscribers to the actual channel. Appreciate that too. Shout out to everybody that rocked out in my make shit super chat. Shout out to my brother Harry Helene, AP the Shooter, Merwin.
Y'all miss me. I know y'all missed the post.
Yeah,
we gonna play that anthem, folks. Nigga, I bought you the game. Nigga. Hey.
I traded that shit in.
Hey, Post. Parker said he had to go give blood plasma at his local plasma center to get that game for you. Now he want to see you play.
Oh man, they cutting up. They have to. Your boy Wiggins say posted some. At some time you gonna have to take Phil out your mouth. Oh man, come on, do my man post like that, man. Don't do my brother post like that, man. Post is a God-fearing man.
Billy.
Oh, okay. Okay then, little mama.
I'll get your towel. Say hey.
Hey.
Hey, Z.
Hey there, Niecy Pooh.
Say, we'll rock with you, Parker.
What you doing, partner?
Damn, bro, you do me like
No, I'm just
Hey, Niecy Pooh. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. This Devil May Cry is serious, bro.
What stage you on?
The game, though?
I'm right now. I'm the other person.
It looks. Did he get it down?
No, who
you
did that game?
You playing V? You on stage 4 then? Right? You got to do with the Panther and the birds. Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I didn't like it. I ain't like playing with him at first, but he lit though.
Yeah, I see.
Yo, who developed that game though, Z? I know Capcom published it though. Who did it? Who developed it though?
Nigga, you got Google.
I don't got the. Oh, shit. I remember.
Hey.
Well, the reboot. Ninja Fury did the reboot.
Yeah,
Devil May Cry. That was
I think this is all Capcom hit, bro.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Capcom doing some good shit there.
This shit is crack.
Resident Evil engine.
To me, that's the second best hack and slash game to me. I got God of War number 1. I put Devil May Cry up there though, number 2 though.
Ooh, this thing is sick.
I like that. I like this Devil May Cry better than the Ninja Theory one.
Oh, this shit hot, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
I ain't too much care for the Ninja Theory version. It was alright.
That was good though.
Yeah, hey, Harry Helene, this is where I'm at over here, man. What I do, I normally put out a thing that I'm going live, but you know, this is where I'm at over here. Make sure I meet my brother Harry Helene, a mod user. Yeah,
if they could bring back Rise, right? I'll have.
Hold up, one question before we go. He said, "Shut up." What's the employee said? What do you think about Sony censoring Devil May Cry? I didn't even go through the article, which I think is ironic. Normally, it's Microsoft when to censor things. I don't know, man. Normally, Sony lets you go balls to the wall. You know what I mean?
That's only in the West, though. They said
Where we at? We in the east or the west? Where we at?
Yeah, we the west. We the west. They'll be the east.
Yeah, west. We're the west.
Oh yeah, so they sent you over here. So
I'm in the east, like
yeah.
state.
So yeah, which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
You cool with that, Parker?
Yeah.
You cool with Sony deciding what you can and can't watch?
Hold up. Let me say this one thing before I get the hell up out here. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my man Cecil, Tom, Picture Patrol, Tom C. What the hell's his goddamn game tag? Shout out to me. Let me get his name. He the one sent me all these damn anime things. I've been watching. What's that? Afro Samurai. What the hell he sent me?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He sent me. I didn't. Bro, I got so much shit here. He sent me. Some shit called The Cowboy and Bebop. I haven't even opened this yet. I watched Dragon Ball Dead Zone, but he sent me the box set of Cowboy and Bebop. My son said it was hot. He into that anime stuff. I finally finished Afro Samurai season 1. This shit here is lit. And he sent me his other shit right here. He sent me another Afro Samurai, Resurrection. I haven't watched that yet. But he sent me some shit.
I'm so proud of my brother Z right now, man.
I got another Dragon Ball Z. It's called the Tree Mike Slug. I haven't opened that up yet. But he sent me something called the Death Note. This shit hit crazy. I don't like it. This shit here was wow. I got some more stuff around somewhere.
Oh,
yes, I'm not animated out right now.
He's coming into the anime. Embrace it. Embrace it, brother. The Afro Samurai is fire. That Cowboy Bebop is fire too. And that Death Note.
Wait, y'all watch that Robotech? Y'all don't watch that, folks? That's like old though.
I watched Reboot.
Alright.
Remember Reboot?
Yeah, he'll give it you. I'm hitting him right now. Shut out.
Now I don't know what was the reason of the censoring of the game though. You know, I don't know why they did that for.
I just gave him another huge shout out. My man's named Tom Patrol Savior. He sent me, and also these you know what I mean, these games. So yeah. So anyway, let me know how you guys like the stream looking. I got this new powerful rig. This new $12,000 PC. I know this Devil May Cry look crazy.
This time he spent $12,001.
He said next gen you gotta watch Trigun. I don't know what the hell Trigun is. What's up? Shout out to the bully. I don't know what the hell.
Trigun is fire too.
They said Cowboy and Bebop. My son said Cowboy and Bebop was crack. You know
when you bought the computer, did it come with any games?
I had a code for The Division. I think I had Anthem too. I'll get a card.
Oh, you probably.
I'll get a code to my son though.
I don't know if it's your streaming device or if it's your new computer.
Well, I got a new capture card too.
That Devil May Cry looks beautiful.
On PC or on Xbox?
On the X. He running it from the X.
Look.
It's clean.
This is what I'm using as far as my shit. This is the capture card that AVR had sent me. I didn't hook it up. They gave me the Live Gamer Ultra 4K HDR 4K. This is what they had gave me because I was using I had the other one, the 4K. What the hell was it called? But it didn't have HDR. It was 4K and shit. They didn't have HDR, so I was using that one. And this one, it was like that one was kind of a hassle to get up with the drivers and stuff. This one here is just plug and play. You know what I mean? Whatever reason. But so with basically the other one. I would have 4K while I was playing the game, but I would have no HDR. This one here, I have 4K and HDR, and I can record it. I think 4K, 30 frames. You know what I mean? I can do 1080p, 120 frames. I do a whole bunch of shit with this card here if I choose to record or whatever. But yeah, this card here is also, like I said, I don't know if it's the new card or the PC, but my streams are a lot clearer. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean?
It's probably a combination of the both. Of both.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, I like it a lot. You know what I mean? Also, too, though, like if I was on Mixer, I want to give it. Mixer is, for its quality, better than Twitch. I think does Mixer just stream in 4K or is it 1440p? But this game here,
it'll do 4K.
Okay, but this game here has Mixer integrated in it. So if you go here to, but I'm not on Mixer. I'm try one game out. Let me see. Let me go here to main menu. Let me show you something right quick. Go to main menu. Let me go to options. I think it's on network. Yeah, Mixer. It said because so the viewers can touch the screen and shit, and shit that happened on the screen like this dope. I mean, so that's that. You know what I mean? If I was on Mixer, but I'm on
talking about Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Oh, dope. Hey, you know when you're playing Devil May Cry, you can see other players playing like like the stage before you or after you in some of the stages.
Yeah, what kind of RAM I got? I got GDDR5 or GDDR4?
GDDR6.
Okay, yeah. There you go, GDDR6. That's 6.
You already got next gen. All you got to do is play the games they gave you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it is what it is, man. I got a sweet deal on this PC. Shout out to my brother Kratos. Cause I was asking Max when my shit went up in before we get off the air. My shit went up in smoke Sunday. I came downstairs, so I was pissed off. Shit went up in smokes. So I was asking Max, like, somebody send me a link. You know I ain't playing no goddamn games. It's just for streaming, whatever. So my brother Kratos, he hit me back. Now I know we like to fuck with Alienware because Alienware is extremely expensive. You know what I mean? But he gave me a link, and also to my wife, she's a principal, so they have like a business day, so teachers and stuff get another discount. But I had got a coupon, so the rate that he sent me, I think it was called the Aurora 7 or something. It was like $2,100, but with the discount, I got $500 off, and
wow.
And I was able to upgrade it again. So for like 200, like it was like $275. So I think it came with a 280 for like $275 more. I can get more RAM and what's it, the 2080 Ti, whatever the hell else I want. You know what I mean? But to me, it's just for streaming and shit. I ain't doing no gaming.
That's some good shit.
You know what I mean? So I got, you know what I mean, steel, super duper steel, you know what I mean? So all together, I ended up playing literally was like 18 and some change with tax and warranty, you know what I mean, for, top of the end shit, if that's what you say it is or whatever. I don't give a fuck about no PC. Not to say it like that, but I'm a console guy, you know what I mean? I was just asking if you guys noticed the difference in the quality in the stream, that's all, just a little clear, you know what I mean? Somebody told me before we go up there, asked me what kind of camera I'm using. This is the Logic, the Brio, the 4K joint. You know what I mean? So the Brio 4K joint. I ordered me a new mic. I think my wires is fucked up with this mic. My shit's a little low, but I just ordered me a new mic. I just kept it simple. This one here is the this wire's detached. I got a mixer and everything for it, which I don't really know how to fucking use. It comes with, you probably can't see a mixer and a soundboard and all this shit. I just ordered me a fucking Yeti stand, the mic arm, and the filter and shit for like $150. That should be here tomorrow. You know what I mean? Broke as hell, but you know what I mean? The life of a streamer, man, putting shit back into the you know what I mean, to your channel, you know what I mean? So what is my suspension up on YouTube? I think next month. But what I'm going to do is, you know what I mean, because I'm growing my platform here, I'm going to leave some things exclusive to here, period. You know what I mean? All my gaming and all that shit is bugging out. Gonna be here. Like I tell you guys, you gotta swing by, whether I'm playing. I don't give if you see me playing Roses Park Simulator. You guys are enjoying the stream because it be some funny shit that be going on inside the stream. Us just bugging out. You're gonna get posts going his rant about the world's flat. You get all types of shit in the live, when I'm streaming, man. Oh, shout out to my man, again, Harry Helene. Or somebody of you, or some of you are is equally hyped to see what kind of crazy marketing stunt Sony will pull off now when all this staff is out of E3. What about Sony and Naughty Dog pulling in some clickers from The Last of Us 2 into the scene at E3 2019? What do you feel about the marketing stunt, people? Hey, my man Sirius, hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter is hit me up on Twitter right quick. And DM me and I hit you right back. Or hop in the Discord. Marketing, Sony is top notch when it comes to their marketing. Top notch. You know what I mean? It does. You know what I mean? It's top notch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Top notch. I will say that they've been better at that. Also, I like to be brutally honest with you guys here. You know what I mean? I want to say this, but I know some of you guys have left already. I want to sincerely say thank you for all you guys. Even if you don't donate, you guys just coming here to watch this shit mean the world to me. You know what I mean? You guys, again, gave me a voice within this said community. You know what I mean? With the little bits and stuff, they asked me, of course I made, it's not about the money, but of course I made more on YouTube, as far as the super chats, but the bits are like $1. But I pay different personalities coming on the show, you know what I mean? Whether it's the Barons, paying him monthly, you know what I mean? So again, It helps out if you guys enjoy the show. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Not to give them every little bit counts. You know what I mean? And I always say, as long as I continually enjoy to do it, I will continue to do it. You know what I mean? So 9 times out of 10, I always come out of my pocket. Like I said, you know what I mean? People get a time and effort. You know what I mean? So I have to, you know, compensate. I'm sorry, certain individuals. You know what I mean? They used to say, niggas, why you don't do so many? Because it's not me. I like doing the debates and stuff. People don't want to do them. You know what I mean? I pay. People don't hate say quote unquote, like to say quote unquote take L's. I don't even know. You know, I know even K Mega is a fan favorite on the multiplayer podcast. You know what I mean? Try to get him back, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Yeah, they're gonna pull some crazy shit off. You know what I mean? But again, shout out to everybody that rocked out live. I appreciate it, my man. To the guy that said he want to hit me on about some anime, hey, I'm gonna give you my Twitter, or you want to hop on the Discord. Hold up, let me get this right here. This is you guys too. Listen, you guys got to join the Discord. I'm gonna leave a link. If you're not following me on Twitter, this is my Twitter here. I usually follow everybody back. To send me, man, this is me. I'll hit you right back. Let me get the link for the Discord.
Yeah. A lot of times y'all be wanting to know what we're laughing about, inside jokes and things like that. You can find a lot of what's going on in Discord. The Discord be cracking.
Yeah, they go all day.
You want to know where the memes and stuff originate from?
Yeah.
They hit the Discord first before they hit Twitter.
Yeah.
So, hey, them guys be in there going at it, but it's fun. You have a lot of fun and laughs. So make sure y'all join the Discord, man. Yeah. Thanks for rocking out, man.
Yeah, hold on.
See, when you gonna get these hands in Dead or Alive, bro?
Oh,
me?
Oh,
yeah.
He needs something else.
Hey, bro, listen here, man. I ain't turned down nothing but my collar shit. You should know that by now.
Somebody said put that Mortal Kombat.
I ain't losing track of time. I ain't losing them out dropping them in a nickel on the phone, good brother. I want all the smoke.
Yo, we can't overwhelm Z with the anime right now. We just want to ease him into it.
Oh no, and I get that back catalog. Yeah, silly. I mean, like I said,
you got to get in that Dragon Ball Z, bro.
You gonna be looking like what? Type
I had to take Dragon Ball back to the beginning because I don't know what the hell's going on. So I had to take that thing back.
I ain't gonna lie, the Dragon Ball, like when Goku was a kid, that show be popping too. That's the tight anime too, but you gonna really like Z once you get into it.
Oh, Dragon Ball. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing these feminists getting an uproar over Captain Marvel. I might say, it ain't that serious. Come on, man.
That shit was whack anyway.
Okay, I heard
and that's not even the real Captain Marvel.
And guess
DC
what?
DC had the real Captain Marvel, you know?
Oh, Shazam? Yeah, they had to change
it. That's not his name, but he just say that, though. He's Captain Marvel,
though. They had to change it because of...
Captain Marvel was whack.
I heard it was good. Everybody Netflix said it was awesome.
It was like a 7.0 or something.
Hey, I'm supposed to go see it tonight.
I'm seeing it.
Was it better than Wonder Woman?
I might hold out.
I don't think it's gonna be better than Wonder Woman.
I watched that joint on Cody. I was like, okay.
But Post, how the fuck could you watch that some shit on Cody? Come on, the fucking quality of the shit.
He got overseas connections.
No, I saw the quality I was looking.
Listen. Hey, listen here. This is the link for the Discord right there. I left the link for what's called. There's a link for my Discord. He pays posts up in the chitlins and cornbread. I pay potless. I pay posts up in chitlins and cornbread.
Oh man! Now whoever eats chitlins, you gotta check it. Man, come on.
I don't mess with that shit.
Okay, good. There you go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to my brother O'Malley J. Z, I have you noticed that, but the Sony is going to do it event has become the new way to E3. Shout out to O'Malley, I just seen it right now. He said, Z, have you noticed that but Sony is going to do it to event usually has become the way to E3.
So
Sony's having something called PlayStation Destination. I don't know if that's for their investors. That's at toward the end where they're supposed to have a big showing for The Last of Us.
Is it coming out this year?
Yeah, it's called PlayStation Destination. But listen, like I said, all eyes will be on Microsoft. I hope they go. Literally, this as being a gamer, right? And I even tell my diehard Sony brothers that you should want Sony to come out there and have a great. I'm sorry, Sony. Microsoft, because if you're a gamer, you enjoy games. It's got this console war is over, and
Yeah,
Sony
we've been
has
through
already
trials
won.
and
And Sony has already won.
You making
You know what I
this?
mean? Hold up, yeah, hold up, my man J. You know what I mean? So this is the link for the Discord, and yeah, I appreciate it. Let me see what we got here. So okay, let's see, Twitter. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm waiting. I saw. Okay, I'm waiting on you, O'Malley. I saw it.
Sony should be at next year's E3 though. I'm assuming then. Man.
Yeah. I mean, new hardware be out there. Everybody.
Yeah, so that got be the E3 to go to see, man. Next year's E3,
yeah.
really.
Yeah, everybody be there in full effect.
Z, are you going this year? Or are you gonna skip it for next year?
I'm gonna be next year, man. I'm gonna be. Oh, listen, God willing, I know Mass is going, but I got a lot of shit going on, man. You know what I mean? Financially, spiritually, you know, I wanted to go. You know what I mean? I had to get a new PC.
Oh, you're speaking on spiritually. What?
This Wednesday we can do Expand Your Mind. We make it happen. He said, Z, you doing BGST? Yes, it will be tomorrow. Listen, before the BGST thing, it don't be me. It be those guys. I said, let's do it. You know what I mean? And Neff can contest to this. I would have did it last Sunday, but even Neff was still at work. I said, fine, fuck it. You know what I mean? But Moss had caught the flu or something. Something happened with Moss. Moss got a mouth infection. He had a tooth taken out.
Somebody broke his jaw.
But listen, but this Sunday you will get a show from me. I promise. Either way, you'll get a show from me.
All right, so we will do the Expand Your Mind podcast.
Wednesday.
You sure?
I promise Wednesday. We do Expand Your Mind Wednesday and for those who don't know what Expand Your Mind is, Expand Your Mind is where we talk about everything from religion, UFOs, Bigfoot, Dogman, Inner Earth, the world's flat.
You motherfuckers are crazy. You talk too much shit. Lay off the drugs, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, hold on.
Motherfuckers believe in that shit. Pause. Motherfucker, not everything is flat.
Hey.
Let
me tell you something, Pause. Yeah.
The Earth is flat, and I can turn around and call you crazy for thinking it's a globe.
Motherfucker, you crazy.
Sean, I'm gonna call you the Middle Eastern Samuel Jackson.
You crazy. Somebody told you since birth that it was a globe, and so if you hear anything other than that, you want to call people crazy instead of doing your homework and looking at factual information.
Fuck that.
They don't even teach us real science and real mathematics. And
you know what? I'm gonna put down my fucking game now.
They don't even put down my game. I'll show your fat ass out. And y'all sitting up here trying to question.
I hold me the bill.
Tune in to Expand Your Mind this Wednesday. It's gonna go down. The flat Earth debate.
Take it down. I'll take you down with your chicken wings, motherfucker. That's all I shit now.
I'm gonna smack that ET off your bike.
No. I'm gonna show your hairline out.
Okay, hold up. Let me pay the bills right quick before we get the hell up out of here. My man O'Malley J said thank you for the $1. He left me a 75-cent tip. I appreciate every little bit counts. Thank you for the 75 cents. He said my bad. I mean, Xbox damage control has moved way to E3 to Sony is going to do what Xbox is doing. Eventually, despite there being no evidence of Sony following Xbox anywhere. Here's the thing. You're absolutely... I won't say not as far as the E3. Let me say this. Let me answer your question. As far as... and this is not no damage control. You know I'm going to keep it all the way a buck. What Microsoft is doing, even I don't think Sony's going to fall as far as the xCloud thing. Because again, Sony still wants you to buy their hardware. Microsoft is kind of stepping out beyond that, and they don't care as long as you buy their software. What I'm saying, as far as I see Sony probably doing, is what PlayStation Now is putting their exclusives in there day and date and charging like $20 a month. Because I would sign up to the service, and I was saying statistically, Sony stands to make more money that way. Because if you look at services like EA Access or even EA Origins, who gives you access to Madden and all these other games, if you pay $5 a month or whatever it is, $10 on PC, whatever the case, and you still see Madden in the top 10 MPD month after month. So, God of War still going to sell, Spider-Man still going to sell. I would still buy those games, even if I was getting the service for the, I'm not saying support the developer, because I like, get the collector's editions and things like that. An example, I'm a huge Gears of War fan. even though I don't have to buy Gears of War because of Game Pass, I'm going to get Gears of War for the collector's edition just to have it because I'm a fan of the franchise. And there are a lot of hardcore gamers that way. But again, you know, if you look at Sony's install base, I think we might say it was 100 million, right? Save God of War sold 10 million, Spider-Man sold 10 million, right? And you look at how many people that are signed up for the service of PSN Plus, right? You know what I mean? You have a lot of, again, and Sony's looking at that untapped potential as far as income. If they can do, only thing I like about Sony, because they can be greedy, if they can do it and include, you know, the online, PS Plus or whatever the fuck they give, or what's the PSN Plus and PS Now for one fee, like $25, that is a lot of break, or like $20.
Or like 125 a year.
Well, you know, do monthly. You know, I like I said again, I will sign up for the service. You know, you know what I mean. Like I get, you know, speaking of which, I think my motherfucking my PS Plus about to run the fuck out. Yeah,
let that shit run out. Fuck it. Don't play with no one anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's only. I mean, I already play some games because the thing is, like, once your membership runs out, those games is locked anyway. The ones on the PS Now.
So I need.
That's the only thing I don't like about that.
Listen, Alex Footman. I don't think you understand what Alex says. Z, you're not thinking Sony are a multi-million product that's not happy. Means like, look, no, bro. Listen, my man. Listen. I'll give you an example, and look at it like this, right? No fanboy shit. What you think about the business side, right? Spider-Man, say it took Sony $60 million to make Spider-Man, right? Just for shits and giggles, right? Right? And they're getting, let's say, 5 million customers, right? They pay $20 a month for the year just to play Spider-Man. I wasn't going to buy Spider-Man anyway. Spider-Man's still going to do what Spider-Man is going to do, but Sony's still going to have over-the-top marketing. I want you to do that math. They would make way more money that way than any game saying. I just gave you an example from EA, and maybe I'm telling a little too much. Me and Porter Rock went back and forth with the same thing. Even though you're right, because again, I got split. Some, I know some people that know some people. You look at Madden. EA is one of the most successful gaming companies. Whether you hate them or love or not, Madden is in the service that you can pay monthly. Is not Madden in the top 5 every month in NPD? That's not going to change anything. Sony, EA is making money hand over. If that thing wasn't making money for them, they would have been canceled the service. So if EA Access was making so much money for them, what did they do? They expanded the services and put it on PC. You remember you couldn't play Madden and FIFA and all those games on PC for years. They were making so much money off EA Access. That's why they expanded the service to PC. Bro, like, it's a win-win for, like, I mean, maybe you may not buy it, but somebody such as myself, all them goddamn Yakuza games, like I just showed you guys a stack of PS4 games, right? That I normally wouldn't go out and pay $60 for. You know what I mean? Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Fist of the North Star, Neo, Under the Night Rebirth. And if I have access to those games just to try them out for fucking $20 a month, I'm gonna get the service. Like you know what I mean? It is what it is.
It's the best for all the gamers.
Hey, Alex, listen, brother. Listen, you got to take your mind out of listen here. So what you don't get is that Sony will lose launch dollar figures. No, they will not. Let me ask you, bro. Listen, man. Listen.
Calm down, folks.
That boy just made up something.
hey, bro. Listen. Hold on. Hey, I'm asking. I'm gonna riddle me this, brother. Riddle me this. Let's check it out, right? Madden, right, is in these services day and date, right, when it comes out. Look at Last But NPD.
He just
man, still long, yeah, bro. Like you're bugging, man. What the hell is that on launch dollars and long-term dollars? Like, what you bugging, man? Hey, Alex Foot, man, go to the. Hey, first shout out to Alex for joining the show. Go lay your drunk ass down, bro. That gotta be Von Levant. That's Von Levant. He understanding.
Hey, that's hood shit right there.
Yeah,
we'll
man.
Make up something on the spot.
Yeah, he pulled that motherfucker out of his ass, bro. Hey, listen, man. I tell y'all motherfuckers all the time. Sometimes the smartest motherfucker in the think is the dumbest. I don't listen. I'm gonna tell you this before I go. Last week off the air. My opinion is my opinion. You know what I mean? I've never came out and told you guys something about a video game and it's been wrong. Whether it's not my prediction or something that I heard. I'm telling you some real shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'm again factual. It's not my opinion. I'm telling you something that's factual. EA makes a lot of money, and that does not stop the sales of Madden or whatever's going to sell. What is going to sell? They're making so much more money. You know what I mean? I'll give another example. Who's fucking playing Spider-Man? We're going out to buy Spider-Man right now. Right? Nobody, right? But if you have that service, you're still paying $20 a month, $20 to follow a month, $20 for the phone. You know what I mean? That's what you guys don't understand. Like, you know what I mean? It's not saying it's a bad thing or whatever. I'm not talking about streaming. I'm talking about games you can download native to your box. I'm not talking about
systems, but Microsoft beat them in line.
Hey, listen. I'm not talking about streaming services. I'm just talking about PS Now that you download the software, directly to your box. I'm not talking about Sony putting the app on other device. I'm not talking about any of that shit. I'm just talking about them expanding PSA Now and making it better and more attractive and let you download the new games day and date. Those games are still going to sell, and not for nothing. As far as that, and Sony's already come out and said they're looking for different. You know what I mean? It's the way the business is expanding. It's about making money. That's
I would say this, man. Revenue. That's the key word on is revenue.
Let me tell you something. It's all about sustainability, man.
Yeah, that's
companies really care less about what a game do in its first day. I mean, they be happy, but they want them numbers to sustain over the period of time or increase over a period of time. They just don't want to say, "Oh, we made 3 million or 200 million on a launch day. We're good." No, they want that to either increase or sustain over a period of time.
So for that to happen, they gotta continue to broaden that portfolio of games. If it's going to be day and date, whatever.
That you gotta find out how do you reach more gamers now that you have access to. It's about just think. They say what is 2 billion gamers, and you mean to tell me between Microsoft, Sony and Nintendo that they only touching about 200 million, 150, and they fighting. And they fighting for those 200 and 150 million. You know what I'm saying? And you got 2 billion gamers out there.
But I was like this though for either company, Microsoft and Sony. We bring our games with us on a mobile scene, basically. Like that. You in class or whatever, post probably subway. No,
post gonna be at the ends of the earth.
Like my brother say he like playing his RPGs on his mobile, on his phone. And that's most people who play RPGs do.
Number one gaming platform.
Most people like playing games on. Some people like playing games on cell phones only. Some people like playing games on tablets or systems or PCs. What Microsoft, Sony is doing, I think Nintendo will do at some point, is allow people to play whatever they most comfortable at playing. So if you like playing on the phone here, you can access our content from that device. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like Z said, it's not going to be in the world. It's not going to affect their overall sales. Matter of fact, these games might sell more because if a person play it on a cell phone and they find out they like the game and they want to experience it on the TV, it might push them to go out and get that PS5 or that Xbox or whatever Nintendo system. So y'all should be looking at it.
I'm saying this though, right? I want it where I could bring my digital library, that games I purchased on the go on a mobile scene. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're gonna be able to do. It's no different than what Microsoft was gonna do at the beginning when all the physical copy, you got it the digital version day and date. So even with xCloud, you go buy the physical copy, you're gonna automatically have the digital copy, and you're gonna be able to stream it via xCloud.
Pause 1 second. I'm just gonna ask. Let me pause my game. I'm just gonna ask you about the xCloud. Yeah, if I got Anthem physical, how will I know I've not traded that game in or some shit? Or if I play on xCloud,
xCloud's gonna be digital games, brother.
It's gonna be digital based, ain't it? It's not gonna be physical based.
No, digital.
It's
digital.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Pay real quick. Hold up. From Harry Helene. That's in there for you, Pose. Bunch of flat earth shit. Harry Helene, another flat earth too.
Yeah, I believe it's gonna be full digital only.
You see it?
Yeah.
You talking about next generation?
Harry Helene, you see him right there?
No, I'm just talking about for the xCloud, like If you have a physical version, it won't work with xCloud.
Definitely. Yeah,
say
definitely.
flat people. Earth is flat, people. How much fight the reality of it? No country is. What is? To no level at all.
To no country is sovereign to no
sovereign to no level at all.
Civilian to no
the lie
level.
Is there to divide you cheap asses out of the reality that every person is divine. To blacks, whites, yellow, reds, come together for once and fight the tyranny. Just saying, I am full of anarchy these days. Shout out to Post Up. Facts.
So Post, here's the thing, Post.
Oh Lord, that joke is crazy.
I'm like, in your heart of hearts, why you believe the Earth is flat and not round or a sphere, whatever?
Not in the heart of hearts.
Yeah, because that's what he believes, though. In his heart of hearts, he believes the Earth is flat.
I go by what I can see.
I'm busting tail on this dead or alive shit.
I go by what I can see. When I go outside, I see
they got the red up.
Nah, not yet. I just checked now.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I'm trying.
No, we can talk about it now. Pause. Who gives a shit? If it's flat, it's flat. If it's round, it's round. Who gives a shit?
But you probably
on a serious note, who gives a shit?
For science.
Well, for science, what the fuck are you? You bunch of fucking Xbox gamers. And
it's hilarious, bro.
You can't tell me that we're wobbling.
Motherfucker, look at the size of you.
Going around the sun at 60,000 miles per hour, shooting through the universe at 100 and some thousand miles. The galaxy is shooting through at 5 trillion some thousand miles per second. And the only thing that's stopping us from feeling all this movement of twisting, turning, flipping, rotating, and shooting is inertia and gravity. Nah, bro.
Gotta win.
Nah.
No, who gives a shit, Pause? Why do you be careful?
I'm gonna say this replay.
Seriously. No, seriously, who gives a fuck?
I think it's just interesting. That's all.
I'm gonna say this replay and send it to you, Z, so you can study.
Pause, you know I'm fucking with
Listen,
you.
for more flat Earth talk and aliens taking over the world, you gotta tune in Wednesday about 9. What time you gotta work, Post?
You know what? Well, Z, what time do you do the expand your
Tuesday,
mind?
Wednesdays, and Saturday.
Huh?
I'm off Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Saturday.
Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Saturday. All right, so you off? So we do expand your mind about 9:30.
Oh, that's too late for me, that.
Oh, we do about what we saying?
Damn.
About 8 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah, they say they lied about the
You know, it's 3 in the morning with Sean at.
They said they lied about the dinosaurs too, but we ain't gonna get into that. And
So dinosaurs never existed. So skeletons was wrong.
And they lied about the North Atlantic trade slaves. We never was shipped from Africa to here.
So how we got
here? Getting all that Wednesday.
Pause, please, brother, please.
Pause. What website do you get your information from?
Please,
Don Cornelius.
No, please, pause. Just go back and kind of clipping toenails.
I'm telling you, if you go back and do the numbers, if you add up the numbers,
this what Phil told you, Paul?
No, I'm just saying. If you add up the numbers,
Phil told you the Earth was flat.
So wait, hold on, folks. So you saying black people didn't come from the slave trade? So we
was already here. We didn't come from Africa.
Oh shit.
Hey, Post said, "Fuck your history book."
No, wait, no. You hold on.
They taught you history. They taught you history about
it. Wait, hold on, Post. I understand that black people may have been here, but they ain't go to Africa and get no slaves.
Nope. Actually, they took us from here.
And put us in Africa?
No, they took us from here. They took us from here through Europe. Brought us back around.
Hey, they took us on a world tour, Post.
World tour, let me tell you something. You guys can live all this.
Hey, yo. My man, Young Trip. Yo, my man, Young Trip.
Listen.
Hey, my man, Young Trip. Get your man off the mic.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, Post, yeah? You just watched the movie Around the World in 80 Days.
You always laugh, but you never do the research. If you go back and do the numbers in terms of the slave ships, how many people they said that they brought from Africa over here? How many people was able to put on the boat? And the distance they had to travel from Africa to here and back, they'll still be shipping slaves to this day for the amount of people they said they brought over here. But y'all won't do the math, though. Go and do the math. Don't laugh at me. Go do the work. You're going to say, if you add the numbers up, it's impossible for the amount of slaves that they said they brought over. And where's slave ship? Have you ever seen one of them slave ships? Where they got?
Listen, yeah.
On there. You heard of homicide?
Post, I'm not enough seen the slave ship. I've seen your hairline.
Hey, yo, my man Merrill said post up and smoking with D. My man out here bugging. And my man, your boy Grip said get post off the mic, man.
The math, the numbers don't add up.
Who gives a shit? Why do you fucking cry over this shit, man, Post? Come on.
What you mean, who gives a shit? I gives a shit. You don't have to deal with it, I'll deal with it. Look, man, let me tell you something.
What do you have to deal with, God?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why I give a shit.
No, tell me.
Let me tell you why I give a shit. Right? Because my people have been lied to. Our names have been changed. We don't know who we are. We don't know. We're not Indians. We're not black or none of that. A black is an adjective. It's not a noun. It's not a person, place, or a thing. So how is you describing yourself as an adjective? You're not black. You're not African American. The term African American came from when Jesse Jackson and this other dude and helped the Senate sign a law into place to call us African American. And at that time that they was doing it, other black leaders was against it. So how did two Negroes go up and allow what's the name to go through to call us African Americans without our say so? So you're not African American. And the matter of fact, if you go look at history, we was already here. They let them tell you that the Indians was white, red, and pale. No, they wasn't. They was black. Pocahontas, the real Pocahontas, was black. When Christopher Columbus came over here, the 2 million people that he killed was us. If a black person in America trace their history back, it won't come from Africa. It'll be their person back to an Indian tribe. It'll trace back to an Indian tribe. Plus, our features is different from a person that's in Africa. We don't have African features. If you go and look back, y'all.
Hold on, Pose.
Known
to a skeleton, Pose. It ain't Indian. It's African. Come on now.
What you say?
What's the oldest skeleton that was found? Right? It was. They dug it up. They said it was African. It wasn't.
That doesn't mean nothing. We was on every continent on this planet. That's like it's pyramids on every continent on this planet. Even North America. Even though they tell you have to go to Africa to see one, it's one in your own backyard and you don't know.
That's why y'all gotta join these live streams.
It's pyramids in South America. There's pyramids in South America, but they tell you have to go. You have to go to Africa to see one, or Egypt to see one. It's pyramids in China. It's pyramids in Antarctica, but they tell you got to go to Egypt to see one, bro. No, look, man, do the research, bro, and you'll find out that we didn't come over. We was already here. We are indigenous. We are indigenous to this land. That's the reason why where you want to call them black folks or African Americans. That's one reason why they ask for reparations and they never give it to us, because the people in America of color cannot or do not have an understanding of tracking their people back to a sovereign land. Every other race that have got their reparation, you're able to attract their existence back to a sovereign land. But in terms of us, they scrambled our name. They changed our language because they couldn't understand us, and they couldn't trick us. You can't trick a people if you can't speak their language. So that's why we speak that language, because they able to trick us with their own language. That's why we speak English, because prior to that we had our own language. You can't trick a people if you can't speak their language.
You got many people. Not everybody
speaks English. And my man Marwan said, "Hey, Post," he said, "Brother, calm down. They have slave-owned records and laws talking about
the manifestos,
slaves and buying them."
Yeah, they have all that. They can.
But Post, listen, I can speak two languages.
You can believe your master history if you want to, unless you can go back and research and find your own. You've been taught history backwards. I'm just saying. I'm gonna leave it at that. We'll leave it at that to expand your mind, bro.
Post, you basically you said everyone speaks English.
I'm not ashamed of my own African roots. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying be ashamed, but you are who you are. You should never be ashamed.
Somebody in the content said I'm ashamed of my African roots. I'm just saying.
Oh, you should never be. Look,
he was on every continent on this planet. All of us did not come from Africa, and you can let them tell you that. You can let them tell you that. All of us did not come from Africa. We was already here. We was already present.
How did we get here? Answer that.
All right, listen.
Yeah, answer that.
We about to end the show right now. Make sure going left. Listen, my man said we posted was already here. But now I said hip hop is dead. Okay.
Ho said life started in Gary, Indiana.
Hey, listen.
Paul said it started in Phil's basement.
For us,
let me say this one thing.
We had to migrate for.
Hey, this Devil May Cry is crack, bro.
This Assassin Odyssey is one of the best games ever.
I gotta try. I got it. I ain't never played it, man.
Are you about to stream?
I'm streaming right now. I'm streaming as we talking. But
okay.
I'm playing Devil May Cry.
We had that podcast ready for Wednesday, man.
All right, so Wednesday, listen.
Don't get me started. Zeno, I get started. That's why he changed the subject.
Wednesday, for those that like the sample talk, we'll be back with Expand Your Mind. And again, shout out to everybody that rocked out and supported and donated to the show today. Like I said, it helps the platform, helps me take care of different personalities within the show. And I appreciate it. And for even those of you just coming over from YouTube and rocking out support, shit means the world to me. Shout out to O'Malley J, who sent me $3 a day. I appreciate it, good brother. You know what I mean? He said everything's good in moderation.
No, respect to the chat. Respect to the chat. They come, week in, week out. Respect to them guys.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to everybody, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't got the biggest channel in the world, but I got I don't like to call people fans, but I got a support group that rock out and support the boy, man.
You don't have people who are good.
I just want to say this before I go, because this matters to me.
You said a lot,
if you don't know who you are, if you don't know where you from, and you don't know your true history, then you allow people to tell you who you are, tell you where you from, and write your history for you. I'm done.
Oh,
but
shit.
With that point, yeah, I agree with you. But all this flat Earth bullshit, aliens, UFOs.
What, you don't believe aliens, UFOs?
Oh, motherfucker!
Hey, are you crazy? Up in the hood. Oh. You can't tell them aliens don't exist.
That's what I got to disagree. That's what I got to disagree.
See, the only cat in the hood. Came and picked him up out of an apartment building on the 6th floor.
I'll tell you what it is, yeah. You got roofied. That's what happened. Yeah, okay. Then you got this one poking ass.
Yeah. Oh shit! It take my man Kumar to go left with some weird shit.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go fucker.
Hey, yeah.
Alien fucker.
Yeah. Okay.
Sam got abducted out the hood.
For real.
Z tell your story now. Let me hear your story.
He said.
See, you gonna tell him about that story? How they came?
Not today.
Tell me the story.
They gotta come back Wednesday for that one.
No, bullshit. Cut the stream now. Cut the stream. Tell me the story.
Hey, yo, you shit crazy. Hey, yo, guys, that's when you see me go live on. When you see me go live on YouTube or on Twitch, that's why you gotta join. I don't care if you see me playing Dream Daddy. This type of shit going on in every live stream. I'm trying to tell you. Word up. But anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. We out here, man. Shout out to everybody that rocked out loud. We going. But listen. If those that asking me about Devil May Cry, and again, shout out to my man Cecil, aka Time Patrol Savior, who gifted me this game. Yo, I wasn't even gonna get this. You know what I mean? I was like, I ain't Devil May Cry.
It make me
this game right here is crack.
It made me want to cop it, man. I gotta.
No problem, Rafe. I mean, I left the link for the Discord. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Rafe the Emperor too, man. Huge support. I appreciate it, my man. You know, I left the link there on for the Discord. Hop in the Discord. You know what I mean? But this game, they asked me about this game here is bananas. You know what I mean?
I've been at Anthem though. I'm at level 27 now.
Oh yeah, Anthem. I hop back when we need some help. I forgot what level I'm on Anthem. I'm level 30.
I'm still level 10. I ain't played it. I ain't gamed.
Yeah, you should get on that post.
I ain't played the Xbox or the PlayStation in a minute.
Post trade that shit in. Trade Anthem in, man.
I had to tie down at work, and then I've been far back on too many songs I didn't get was supposed to complete and didn't. So I've been spending a lot of time working.
So you mean rapping or producing?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, it's one of them. You can't game every day. It's hard, real life and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't do it every day.
But I can't wait till I can smack y'all in this Dead or Alive 6, man.
No.
Somebody put that Mortal Kombat in.
No, fuck MK. Get on Tekken.
Man, Tekken trash.
Oh, that's it. Fuck, the rest are trash. I'll be honest. I don't really play fighting games as much now. Kind of fallen out of love with them.
We out of here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I'll be back on later on. But listen, word of advice, you got to get this damn, what do you call this goddamn game? Devil May Cry. It's crazy.
Y'all might to get that, though.
This shit, banana. What's the other game? Shadow Die Twice, another one that's coming out, man.
That's the next one, man, yeah.
That should come out next week. Then we going to be on Division 2. That should come out, I think, Tuesday or something.
Oh, man. How can we doing it up? Shit.
Yeah, man. You said you hit me on Twitter?
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Hit me on Twitter. We go to my Twitter right now. I was about to leave. Let me see. Hold on, Twitter.
I'm surprised Ubisoft didn't come with a game streaming service. Not streaming, but
Hey, my man, I said hit me on Twitter. Inbox me, good brother.
But you never know. You never know. Google might come and put an offer in.
They put out a lot of titles though. Ubisoft, whatever.
They could team up with Google or Amazon.
Inbox me on Twitter right now.
Do you know what I mean? They could definitely team up with Google or Amazon.
Who teamed up with Google and Amazon?
No, you're saying like Ubisoft should do something that would have like a Game Pass service though.
Oh.
I think they could do good. A lot of titles and stuff.
You get big boys at Google, and like I said, Google Stream was what did it do? Assassin Odyssey. So maybe. They could do some.
I just got a Blue Yeti. Mike didn't get here yet. They gave me a free code Assassin's Creed. I probably just dropped it. I dropped it in the chat.
Yeah, let's give it to Post.
Post got it already, I think. Huh?
Got what?
Assassin's Creed. Whoever can have it. They gave me a code. I don't know. I think it's a PC code. I don't think it's a console code. I think it's a PC code.
All right.
I think it's.
But you talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yes.
No, I don't got that.
What a game, man! What a game, though. I'm telling you now, this game. This game should have been Game of the Year contender.
It was.
Yo, look at these boss battles, man.
No, Game of the Year, proper. Assassin Odyssey, what's that?
Well, I'm saying it was a contender. It was a nominee. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, though it was.
Are you sure? Was it like in line with God of War and all them? Like.
Yeah, it was. Along with what was that other game? Yeah.
That's Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste was nominated too. Yeah. Along with Spider-Man.
You can control them like that, Z?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this game's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, it is. This shit fat, bro. Like I said, I don't know what engine they're using, but this shit is.
No, it'd be better.
I can imagine what next generation is gonna look like, man.
Game share options and stuff. Where you could choose like 5 of your friends you want to game share with. That'd be fire if they could do that. Come with a feature like that, like they do it on PC.
What's that? What do what exactly?
No, a game share option. Where you can choose 5 of your friends who you could game share with. Like they got on PC.
I believe when Xbox was doing it first, when they first launched, was it up to 10 people? Z?
I don't know.
Cause I believe it's only down to like 2 people now on the Xbox game share.
3.
I've tried the third one. It didn't work for some reason. Are we still live?
Yeah, I'm still live. I'm gonna beat this boss first. And I'll cut the stream off.
Oh shit. Yeah. So who's in Captain Marvel so far?
I know definitely go see it.
I ain't see it, man. Oh man, I don't know, man. I think Avengers, like once they finish with that, I don't know what they else could do. I know it's probably gonna be like Black Panther's gonna be at the forefront. Black Panther 2. And
Yeah.
besides that, it probably gonna see another Iron Man. I don't know if you're gonna see another Captain America. I don't maybe Thor, maybe.
Let's go.
I reckon they're
Doctor
gonna kill.
Strange too.
I reckon they're gonna kill Cap or Iron Man in the Endgame.
That game
You
gotta
know?
be easy. If Zero-
Because I still see what Captain Marvel. Really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow in 4DX. I'm not sure if you lot ever heard of it. You got one down there. 4DX. I'm watching 9.
I gotta double check.
Yeah, 4DX like this. The seat moves. You get splattered in your face with water. You get punched in the butt. Yeah, flashes on lights. It's amazing.
Oh hell! What type of shit? What y'all doing over there?
Yeah, it makes the movie better.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to be up out of here. I'll just let you see for those that ain't got the game that was asking me about the game. The game was amazing.
Zia, you playing down the X?
Yeah, I got gifted the code.
Nice.
This game was great. This game was bananas, man. This game was bananas.
Yeah, shout out to the chat though.
Amy
everybody
Fools, what's
who
up,
showed
baby?
up.
Yeah, everybody showed up at the show. You gotta get here.
That is running in 60 frames, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
That game.
Yeah. This game is beautiful, man.
Yeah. Capcom's done very well the last 2 years.
Yeah, they back.
They're back again.
Yeah. This is dope. You can't even shout out everybody live. I'm out of here, man. This is dope shit. Oh my god. Let me save this. How do I save it?
Hey, some boxing tonight, right?
Yeah,
Sean Porter, right?
Fight, yeah. What's your name, Serious Kid? What's your name? I ain't got no message. What's your name, Serious? What's your name on Twitter? Cause I ain't got no inboxes. You want so much? You got a kid? You bought some hard drives or some shit? I ain't got no messages. Oh, I got you. Okay. Cool. All right. I see you. All right. I got you. I see you, brother. I see you. All right. Yeah, I got you. You talking about you sent me a link or some shit? I told you said you got the kids or some shit. All right, that's you get.
Oh yeah, see that game was Streets of that GIF that was Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, I know that shit ain't out yet. So I'm saying,
It looks good. It looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, listen, I'm out of here. I'll be back, man. Let me some food and shit, man. Duan 25, shout out everybody that rocked out live. I appreciate the love and support, man. We're going. Good show today. Man.